Whatever makes it run, I don't care. Welcome live here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. Mason Neal and Jackson Kerrigan, and what is going to be one of the biggest matchups you will hear here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. We're picking up today's broadcast down here in Audubon, Iowa. Again, I'm Mason Neal. We got Jackson Kerrigan with me here today. Jackson, Logan Magnolia and Exira-EHK-Audubon, Audubon, two teams that know each other very well, playing in the WIC together this season. LoMa coming in at 12-3 and 7-3 in the WIC, which puts them at fourth. Exira-EHK-Audubon, Audubon is 10-3 and 9-3 in the WIC, and they are third in the WIC as well. LoMa beat them the first time around as they beat them in a seventh inning rally, and but this week though they have gotten bested by Riverside twice, once on Monday and once on Wednesday here. So. And Exira-EHK-Audubon, Audubon finding that same fate, getting bested by Riverside back on Tuesday. So we're going to have a really good softball game today.
Yeah, and I mean, both teams have been playing really well and have been ranked teams over the entirety of the year so far and have been just playing really well. And I mean, the WIC, like you said, Mason, is a really hard conference in softball. And I think, you know, it's probably the best conference in 1A softball, I would think, along with the one, I don't remember what it's called, that West Monona's in, but their conference is normally pretty good too.
Well, Jackson, I tell you what, here they're listening to the Mackey Motors Tailgate, brought to you by Mackey Motors of Lake City. We're going to step away for 2 minutes. Jackson and I are going to bring you back more of the Mackey Motors Tailgate coming up next.
This fall, cozy up with internet that keeps up. With WindSpeed Fiber Internet from Western Iowa Networks, enjoy 1 gig speeds for just $99.99 a month. Perfect for streaming, football, fall shows, and working from home. No lag, no interruptions, just the speed you need all season long. Other speed packages available starting at just $59.99 a month. Call or text 712-775-2946 for details or visit westinet.com today. Western Iowa Networks, connecting you to what matters for 120 years.
These DMAC Carroll campus students are tomorrow's nurses. They're leaders, smart, dedicated, and they care about their community.
My experience in DMAC nursing so far, I get to make a difference in people's lives during their most vulnerable times, and I build friendships along the way.
The interaction between the faculty, staff, and professor with the students are really close. They really help us a lot every time.
Get started today.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. MackeyMotors.com.
At Collins Aerospace, we believe in investing in our employees' future. That's why we are proud to offer our Employee Scholar Program. Whether you want to pursue a professional certificate or a degree related to the industry, we offer full tuition reimbursement and even paid study time. Our Employee Scholar Program is the perfect tool to help achieve the future you've been dreaming of. At Collins, we don't just want to offer you a job, we want to offer you a career and a future in aerospace. For details on the Collins Aerospace Employee Scholar Program, visit us at careers.rtx.com.
I'm Mason Neal and Jackson Kerrigan here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. Logan Magnolia standing in front of us doing some infield, outfield work in their purple with white pinstripe jerseys. Jackson, Exira-EHK-Audubon coming into this matchup 10-3. But the fun thing about this that we've talked about plenty of times on Rewind, plenty of times in all of our broadcasts that we've done with them, is that their 3 losses, Logan Magnolia, Missouri Valley, Riverside, all 2A ranked schools. Missouri Valley within the top 3, Logan Magnolia in the top 6, Riverside now number 5 as well. So none of those 3 losses terribly hurt you because, you know, you're playing schools that are bigger than you and you're playing conference schools that are all ranked within the top 6.
No, and you can't take it that way if you're a player or a coach. You got to be like, you know, hey, we played a really good game against schools that were bigger than us, so, you know, we're just going to bounce back and continue to do what we do, and we just got to get better next time and see if we can beat them the next time.
And with that as well, you know, you look at this, they played a little bit of the Rolling Valley last year, and they were in 2A last year, Jackson, and would fall to Van Meter in the the regional final. So I think this year Tom wanted to challenge the girls and say, let's go play the WIC. which arguably, in my opinion, is probably the predominant, maybe the predominant 2A conference, because you look at Missouri Valley's 16-1 right now, and they're ranked in the top 3. You've got Riverside at 5. You've got LoMa at 6, and then you've also now got Exira-EHK-Audubon in 1A sitting at number 3. They jumped up to number 3 in the rankings there, so it should be a very fun contest tonight with Logan Magnolia as well. But you look at Exira-EHK-Audubon and you look at the kind of double-headed monster that they put out in the circle. We'll start with Riley Miller, who, 51 innings pitched. She's kind of their main workhorse pitcher there with a 1.22 ERA, only giving up 9 earned runs on the season, 34 hits as well, but striking out 83 on the year. And obviously, who's going to be starting for him tonight? Taryn Peterson. When you don't have Riley Miller in the circle, you bring in a girl like Taryn Peterson, who throws the ball extremely hard, and it really has a good kind of location of where the strike zone is. So we will see kind of what they want to do with that double-headed monster tonight, but it should be a very good pitching game from Exira-EHK-Audubon.
Yeah, and I mean, Riley being kind of their main one all year, but I mean, Taryn's still very solid. I mean, like you said earlier to me off the air, she hadn't really pitched a bunch this year because they've been trying to get Riley in there, but I think Taryn should be just fine and should honestly probably be a really good day for her, not pitching as much, but, you never know. You could have a pitcher that pitches a day before and then goes and pitches the lights out, or you could have her not pitch for a week and then it's just not good, but I think she'll be just fine.
Yeah, and I know Riley Miller pitched a whole ton this year, like we said, 51 innings, and I think Taryn just shy of 9 innings is what I looked at on stats here, so, not a whole ton of pitching for her, but at the same time, if you look at the athlete that Taryn is, I mean, all-state volleyball, all-state basketball, a state track girl. I mean, she's probably going to be going to college to play college basketball eventually, but she could go to college for all of them. So I would not be surprised if she comes out right away hot and, maybe puts a lot of heat in the zone to try and get these LoMa batters off balance here. But the same can be said for Logan Magnolia. I mean, you look at them, they've got Campbell Chase, who's pitched 86 innings, giving up just 57 hits, striking out 132 with a 1.3 ERA. So, I mean, you're looking at a pitcher battle between these two teams that, it's going to be hard for batters to put the bat on the ball. So it's going to take a lot in the batter's box here tonight.
Yeah, and I think, that's those kind of softball games you like sometimes is those pitcher's duels, not, just every other AB you're scoring. So I think it's definitely going to be difficult to score for both teams with having both two really good pitchers in the circle. But I wouldn't be surprised if this one, does turn into one of those things where it's just you're trading shots back and forth scoring.
And I know, Jackson, I saw Exira-EHK-Audubon in the first game of the year against ICAM Manning picking up an 8-0 win, and that was back right after state track. So this is my first time seeing them since, kind of the early part of the year. So we're going to see, what the improvements have been and kind of what they look like now at about mid to end season for them here. Jackson, we're going to go ahead and step away for a minute. We'll have starting lineups coming up next year on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.
For over 50 years, Pringer Slumberland has been your trusted destination for all things furniture and flooring. Hi, it's Matt Pringer, third generation in our family-owned business. We understand the importance of creating spaces where memories are made and cherished. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, personalized service, and unbeatable value has made us a staple in the community. Pringer Slumberland is more than just a furniture store. We're part of your community, and when you shop with us, you're not just furnishing your home, you're investing in the livelihood of your neighbors. Pringer Slumberland, Highway 30 West in Carroll.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
We are back here on the CB Sports Network with your Mackey Motors tailgate, brought to you by Mackey Motors of Lake City. I joked with Casey Miners today, Jackson, and he kind of asked me how you feel like the game's going to go, and I said this could be a very long game. I mean, these are two teams that really want and need this game here tonight for conference standings and kind of all of that fun stuff. And he kind of joked with me. He goes, last time I broadcasted down here, it was Audubon against Interstate 35. And he goes, that one went forever. I think that one, he said, was like maybe 9, I think 16, 15 innings or something, going a couple of hours. I mean, he was out here till 12 o'clock at night, I think, doing a game. So they've had a tendency when you play teams like this that it could be a very solid kind of slugfest here, Jackson. But for you, what are you thinking this game may be like, or what are you looking at for this game?
Just kind of who's going to be more dominant in the circle. I mean, both teams throwing really good pitchers. I want to see who's going to probably be the more dominant, and I think that's what's going to come out to be the victor is whoever's going to have the more dominant pitcher, but also, limiting those walks. I feel like the team that limits the walks or gives up the least amount of walks is guaranteed normally to win the game.
And the big thing for me when you talk about pitching is obviously, Taryn's going to start here, but it's kind of a time question of when are you going to see Riley Miller come into the game for Exira-EHK-Audubon, Audubon, because if Taryn kind of lights it up right away, Jackson, that time could get pushed back. But, if Taryn starts to struggle right away, I could see Tom going and saying, you know what, we're going to bring in our ace to try and pick up this win here. But the same can be said for LoMa, but in a different way, Jackson. Campbell Chase has pitched all but 2 innings on the season. Just 2 innings have been pitched by one other pitcher. So, if Chase, they've played Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday now, and 2 of those games are against Riverside, which is a very good ball club. When does the arm start to get sore? When does the fatigue start to set in for this one? I know when I talked to Coach Tom Peterson, he talked about, back in the day, there was a lot of girls that would pitch every inning of every game, no matter how long that game was. But nowadays, that's kind of not the same story that you see with a whole ton of teams. Some teams kind of go to the format of having those 2 pitchers, but we're going to see, for me at least, Chase has got to probably go the distance for them if they want a chance to keep this one really close.
Yeah, and as a coach, I feel like that's sometimes a risky decision because sometimes you got to trust your other arms to get the job done. But at the same time, I think, if she's been able to handle the pressure so far, I think she can continue to handle the pressure and just keep thriving for the Panthers. But I'm like going back to Audubon, I think, I think that's what Tom's going to have to do tonight is just trust Taryn in the mound because, you want to get Riley out there if she gets into trouble, but I feel like, don't do it at like the first sign of trouble. Just kind of give her a chance or 2 just to figure it out.
So we'll look at this one here, Jackson. We've got Exira-EHK-Audubon going to be starting in the field right away. And in the circle going to be Taryn Peterson. We'll be throwing to Zoe Rasmussen behind the plate here. Briley Peterson over at first, Skylar Rasmussen at second, Riley Miller at a short, Lucy Standerson will be over at third, Jordan Mulford in right field, center field going to be Anna Larson, and left field Abby Wanzer. That'll be your starting lineup for Exira-EHK-Audubon. Looking at the batting order for LoMa, coming up first here going to be your shortstop Grayson Stone, hitting out of the 2 slot going to be Maria Kiger, in the 3 going to be Campbell Chase, 4 slot Macy Bertelson, Whitney Hawkins in the 5, Abby Guritz in the 6th, Ella Hack in the 7, Addison Leslie in the 8, and Kennedy Evans are rounding out our lineup here, Jackson. Some of the big questions for me as well when you look at Exira-EHK-Audubon, you're going to need production from more than 2, 3, 4 girls. I think tonight, the big thing, you're going to get production from Taryn, from Riley, from those 2 girls, but it's going to be a big night from somebody else that's really going to set you apart.
Yeah, and I feel like, somebody else is going to have to step up because you never know. I mean, with the way that LoMa's been playing, they could basically just take those 2 out of the equation right away, and it's going to be like there's nothing left, so you're going to need somebody to step up, especially, in that bottom half of the lineup, you're going to need somebody to hit. So then when you get to the top or get to those girls, you can have people on base and have people that are playing well, and they can just pick them up.
And the biggest thing for me, Jackson, you compare baseball and softball a little bit, but not a whole ton. If you watch Coon Rapids Baird play baseball, and you have Cal and Ty Hayden, who are just, these 2 dominant players in the game, they hit in the 1 and the 2 slot. If you have no one on base, I saw it against Sadell. Cal unloaded the bases, had 2 guys on. They walk Ty Hayden, and they say, you know what, we're going to make somebody else beat us here tonight. And like you said, obviously you're going to have Taryn in the 1 slot and Riley in the 3 slot. You could see them maybe go to a strategy of we're not going to let those 2 girls dictate this game. Somebody else has to beat us.
Yeah, and like I just said earlier, at the bottom of the order, I feel like it's definitely going to have to come up clutch, and you're going to need those girls. So then when you get to Taryn and Riley, you have somebody that's on base or, has been kind of turning the tide of the game, so then it's not all on them, and they're worried about somebody else.
And the best thing about this, Jackson, this is only one of 2 games we've got going on right now because the baseball counterpart of this one down just a couple of, maybe, half a mile, even a quarter of a mile down to our left down here. Jeff Blankman's broadcasting that one, and we walked over there. I don't know if we're bad luck for Audubon or what, but we walked down there, and first pitch we see, the LoMa kid takes it and rips 1 yard. So I think they're up 4-2 is the last tweet I saw from Jeff. So we will figure that one out when he comes over here a little bit later, as he will come kind of watch a little bit of this huge matchup here, Jackson. But, you know, the other thing you look at, if it's me, how, if you are LoMa, do you get it out of your head that we are 0-2 against ranked teams this week? And it's been kind of the roughest of rough weeks for them.
I feel like you don't just like sit back or whatever and rely on the pitching. I feel like, you know, you come out pitching strong, but, you know, they're batting first and they're going to have to come out and swing, and they're going to have to get on base early, and I feel like they're just going to have to continuously be on the attack. You know, you can't let up, or you can't, you know, take a break. You just got to continue to attack with the firepower that both these teams have. I think both teams are just going to have to keep the attack mode on.
And Jeff just tweeted out here, Audubon having a struggle of an inning, 8 errors, giving up 10 runs, now trailing 14-2 going into the bottom of the 5th inning, or excuse me, going into the 5th inning there. So you will see, you know, that one could be a run roll if Audubon can't get it rolling. But Jackson, we're going to go ahead and step away. We'll take a minute break. When we come back, we'll give you kind of more of your Mackey Motors pregame coming up.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Danny dreams fearlessly.
Because when you feel protected,
It's okay.
your family's free to pursue their dreams.
So are you brave?
I'm brave.
I'm fearless.
I'm fearless.
Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency.
Oh, hail no! Not again! Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
Jackson Kerrigan, Mason Nealon coming to you live tonight from the Motor Inn broadcast booth this summer. Looking for a great deal on your next vehicle? Stop by Motor Inn of Carroll and check out their huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, friendly service, great financing options, and a team ready to help you find the perfect ride. Motor Inn of Carroll, together let's drive. We're also very glad to say that Western Iowa Networks is sponsoring this video broadcast here on the CB Sports Network. Blazing fast, reliable fiber internet with no data caps. I know that I have Western Iowa Networks at my house, Jackson. Very great internet, especially when I plug in the old Xbox. I've got my Xbox, my TV, my phone, all of my stuff running on it, and I know it helps when we type our recaps at night too, to have internet so we can type all of our stuff and have it ready to go. But I tell you what, Jackson, very fun game ahead of us here, as you know, tons of people in the outfield, tons of people behind us. This is a highly anticipated matchup, which makes it even much more fun. That's the fun thing about high school sports, is when you can get this many people out here to watch this game, you know, the stakes feel higher, and it makes it more fun and more enjoyable for everyone.
Well, and especially when both two teams are, like you said, you know, ranked and they're really good, and it just shows, I mean, even no matter where they are, it seems like when you have two good teams, everybody's going to travel because, you know, they want to see who's going to win.
Yeah, and I mean, we've got even more fun games this weekend. Kemper Coon Rapids Baird baseball tomorrow, which will be a great game. Jeff Blankman talks about it all the time, how that game always ends up in the 10s for both teams. And after that, number 1, number 5 for Class 1A baseball on Saturday morning. Jeff and I get to go down there and do a video broadcast for that one as well, as Coon Rapids Baird hosts South Winneshiek. Jackson. 2 big matchups for Coon Rapids Baird there as well, and Jeff gets the pleasure of doing both of them. I get the pleasure of being able to go down on Saturday, so it should be a really fun end of this week.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, with the way Coon's been playing the last couple of years, and I told you, Coon's probably my pick to, you know, win this year. I mean, I don't know if it'll happen, but that's the way they've been playing this year, and I think Coach John Waddle, I think this might be the year that he gets to the tournament and, you know, could potentially get them all the way.
Yeah, and the best part about that, Jackson, you know, you never know. I mean, you never know for softball, you never know for baseball, basketball, football, any of that, who and what and where you are beatable, because, you know, we talked about it a little bit ago as well. Any given night, Jackson, you walk onto the field, you walk into the circle, you walk into the batter's box, and you have a rough night, and you could lose, and that goes for anyone. So, you know, there are nights where it could happen, but for both teams tonight, I think you're expecting them to probably throw their best at each other.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what you you should do. You should prepare through the week to be like, all right, we're going to throw our best arms at it, and this is the game that we're going to have circled for the week is this one right here. So I expect these two teams to be at their very best.
And to me, honestly, I don't know how you handle the pressure here. I mean, it's going to be, this is going to be it because, you know, I kind of said it on Rewind the other day, and I said it today in our sports recap video that we post on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. This could decide who the number 2 team is in the Western Iowa Conference, and for Exira-Elkhorn-Kimballton, this could decide where you fall in the 1A rankings. I know for 2A, you know, LoMa, if they fall tonight, they could fall out of the top 8 in 2A, which would almost, you know, not guarantee you having a number 1 seed possibly. But for Exira-Elkhorn-Kimballton, I mean, you know, you lose to Riverside on a tough, you know, walk-off grand slam at the bottom of the 7th inning, and you fall to 10-3 there. If you lose tonight, you fall to 10-4, and your back-to-back losses, that could hurt a team pretty bad.
Yeah, and I feel like that's definitely going to counter into the fact for the playoffs too, is, you know, if you lose these big games like that and you know, it kind of becomes a downhill skid. You know, you get into the playoffs, you could be seeded really bad and, you know, have somebody like really good on the road 3 hours away, and that might be where your season ends. So, you know, this is definitely one of those games that you have to capitalize on if you're both teams.
And we talked about this as well as Rewind. You know, in this area, when you look at 1A schools, there's 2 top dogs when it comes to softball this season. We're sitting in the presence of one of them with Exira-Elkhorn-Kimballton-Audubon. The other one sits a little bit up north, Jackson, if you can tell who I'm talking about.
Kemper?
Newell Fonda.
Oh, I thought you meant like our area.
I was going to say, I mean, you look at it, Jackson, if you're a number 1 seed in this area, you're probably Exira-Elkhorn-Kimballton-Audubon or your Newell Fonda. So for Exira tonight, you got to try and keep your number 1 status when it comes to Class 1A here. And for LoMa, this is a huge game when it comes to rankings. They did just move down to 6 because Riverside jumped from 10 to 5 after their 2 wins over Exira-Elkhorn-Kimballton and LoMa. They've gone 3-0 this week with 2 wins over Riverside, or excuse me, 2 wins over LoMa and over Exira-Elkhorn-Kimballton. All 3 teams ranked, and Missouri Valley in the WIC is ranked now in the top 3. So you have 3 teams ranked within the top 6 fighting for the top spot of that conference.
Yeah, and there's been just a bunch of teams moving around in the class too. As I mean, West Monona was moving around, and there was a bunch of other teams that were moving. So it's definitely, you know, kind of a shaken up class and a shaken up conference.
Jackson, we're going to go ahead and cut away. We'll have the national anthem coming up soon. When we come back, we will have first pitch coming up next.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
We are back here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. Taryn Peterson getting ready in the circle here. The Wheelers behind her getting ready for this highly anticipated ranked matchup here between 2A and number 6 Logan Magnolia and 1A number 3 Exira-EHK-Audubon. And we were preaching all day, you know, Jackson, the rankings hadn't come out yet because I think they were still figuring out after last night, you know, what everyone was going to be and where everyone was going to be at. But the rankings come out, and Exira jumps West Monona after falling to Riverside. But I think they've realized, you know, this Exira-EHK-Audubon team plays 2A schools here, there, and everywhere. So, you know, you got to give them a little bit of credit there.
Yeah, and I think you have to factor that in. If you're the committee or on the board that, you know, decides that, you have to factor in that they're playing the majority 2A teams. So definitely probably a smart decision.
Grayson Stone, the first one due up here for Logan Magnolia, the shortstop here tonight. Kind of a shorter right-handed batter here. First pitch from Peterson, and that one just going to miss on the outside for ball number 1. Peterson again coming in, you know, just around that 2.0 ERA on the season, so a very solid pitching start for her. Nonetheless, here she'll be facing Stone. Is that next one going to miss just outside as well? Now a 2-0 count for Peterson, and got to keep yourself composed here, Jackson. It is batter 1, but you want to get this early out, but at the same time, you know, don't let this one get in your head as Peterson puts it just inside the zone for strike number 1. 2-1 count now. First batter due up here for Logan Magnolia. It'll be Maria Kiger and Campbell Chase due after her. 2-1 pitch for Peterson, and this one kind of finding that low corner, Jackson, and Peterson doing a nice job of battling back after being down 2-0.
Yeah, and I think those first 2 pitches were kind of just, you know, get those nerves out, you know, settle in on those first 2 pitches, and I think now she kind of has found her spot on that low outside corner.
And that's one that's hard to hit for batters. Is batter going to go down? Nope, they will call it a ball. So she will stay in there and move the count to full at 3-2. And that's the tough one, you know, our home plate umpire not showing a lot of hand movements, so we're going to have to try and figure this one out. Full count here, no outs on the board. Peterson bringing the pitch home, and it'll be fouled off into the cornfield over our right side. Still going to be full count here for Stone. First batter for Peterson. It'd be huge to get a strikeout here, Jackson.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, as a pitcher, you want to get, especially with 2 good teams, you want to get that first out just to set the tone.
Pitch on the way from Peterson, going to be hard hit over at Miller at short. It'll go through the glove, and will be a lead off for Stone. And I'm going to credit that one for an error there, Jackson. Kind of a hard ball to get to, but nonetheless, I mean, was right there for Riley Miller to take. So it will be the leadoff reaching on error, bringing up now Maria Kiger. Peterson getting ready for the pitch here. We're going to throw it, and comes out of the glove of Rasmussen, but she'll pop up ready to see if she can get a runner over there at first if she would take off. 1-0 count here, and still, again, huge, Jackson, for Peterson to get that confidence early. You got to get the strikes going here pretty early.
Yeah, and I think she really has done a good job of that. And LoMa, you know, staying aggressive, just, you know, getting off the bases and kind of shuffling around to try to get her, you know, riled up.
Yeah, Stone moved a little bit over at first. It'll be a 2-0 count now for Kiger. Peterson still, it's early. You got to find that umpire strike zone. 2-0 pitch, and this one floats in the zone. And that'll be strike number 1, a hard fastball, kind of low and down the middle, Jackson.
Yeah, good pitch there. Just, you know, just going right after with the fastball, and I think she's kind of found that spot in kind of the lower half and more towards kind of the outside corner for right-handed batters.
2-0, and they're going to show the bunt, and it'll roll foul. Standerson came up to charge, and it'll roll just foul there for Kiger as she'll be set up at a 2-2 now. It was a 2-2 last time, Jackson, and it went to 3-2, and then a hard hit ball at Miller goes through the glove for an error. So we have one over at first. Campbell Chase going to be getting ready to hit here. Peterson on the 2-2. This one in the zone. It's high up in the air for Mulford in right field. She's coming down to get it. Diving catch going to be made, and they'll call the out. What an impressive play by Jordan Mulford out in right field.
Yeah, Mulford just, keeping her eye on the ball, and you're just hustling in from that right field position, able to, time the dive right there and ultimately make the catch.
And, with a baseball, Jackson, smaller ball, it's kind of, when it hangs up in the air like that sometimes, it's easier to get to when it comes to chasing it down there. For softball, that ball's thicker. It's going to come down harder. So it's an impressive play nonetheless. 1 out on the board. Pitch on the way for Peterson for chase, and that one going to find the zone on the low end for strike number 1.
Yeah, Taryn just, utilizing that fastball downstairs, and it's just been able to find the strike zone here pretty consistently.
0-1 pitch, and going to find the zone there as well. Went off speed that hung over the zone there, Jackson, and nonetheless going to put it in the zone. This would be huge because, you look at Chase on the season hitting .413 with 13 RBIs. She's one of their better hitters. If you get her going down on strikes, this could be a huge momentum swing for Exira-EHK-Audubon early. And that one going to miss just outside. Throw to Miller at second. Not going to be there in time, so stolen base going to be credited for Stone. Tough play to make there, Jackson. I mean, she didn't have the ball in her hands the time you probably want it to make that play over at second.
Yeah, and I think she kind of just bobbled it there, so she kind of just had to get a throw off just to, get it down there. And it wasn't a bad throw. It was still a pretty good throw to make it close.
Peterson, 1-2 her count now, looking to get her first strikeout. Hard hit ball at Miller at short, comes off the glove. And that'll be Chase reaching on the air. Runner at second going to remain still. And so now we're going to have a courtesy runner, I believe. Jackson, you've got the rosters in front of you here, so we'll see who comes out of the dugout.
Who's the number? Do you see 21 or 24?
I do not see if anyone's come out of the dugout yet. And now we have someone coming out there, Jackson, to courtesy run. So if you can see the number over there at first.
Yeah, because Chase is 21.
Looks like maybe 1.
Yeah, number 1. That's going to be Chandler Klutz.
So now a runner at first and second, 1 out. We've had a couple of errors over at short. Pitch on the way from Peterson. Hard hit ball right back up the gap. Could score 1. They're going to send the runner from third. And she will come in to score an RBI single here for Macy Bertelson. She hits it right back up the gap. She'll turn to 2 as well. And get the RBI double, actually. So now 1-0 Loma. Runners now at second and third. And Exira-EHK-Audubon trailing 1-0 now.
Yeah, first pitch, that off-speed changeup there as a batter, your eyes just got to light up watching that kind of float over the plate, and she did and was able to smoke it right back up the middle.
This one missing downstairs and away, or downstairs and in for ball number 1. 1-0 count here on the board, 1 out as well. Loma could do some pretty big damage, Jackson, with runners at second and third. So you're going to need a big pitching appearance here. This one a hard hit ball into left field. Mulford had it pop out of the glove and will come down. Runner going to come in to score. As Mulford doing the right thing there, getting it to the glove of Taryn Peterson. 3 errors on this game. Runner going to advance now to first. Whitney Hawkins getting over there on the error in right field. And it looks like we're having a time here, and it's, head coach Tom Peterson coming out to talk to Taryn Peterson out on the circle. Runner came in there as now 2-0 Logan Magnolia. And Bertelson moved to third, and now you're going to have Hawkins at first off of the error. And just a tough kind of outing to show here first. You have 2 errors at short and 1 in right field now. 3 errors and 2 runs given up early in this game.
Yeah, and I feel like, the 1 error, Miller probably should have had those ones there. But then the other one, Mulford was trying to come in and make the play on it, and I think she just closed the glove a little early, and it kind of popped out there at the end.
1 out on the board here. Ball going to go high. Runner going to advance, and 1 come home. Rasmussen not able to get there in time, so the runner going to score on the pass ball.
Yeah, and definitely not the start you want if you're Coach Tom Peterson, as you've had a couple of errors that have kind of just really kick-started this inning for the Panthers, and it just has continued so far.
3-0 Logan Magnolia. Hard hit ball going to come up foul here for Guritz. She's going to be facing now the 1-1. And, 3 errors and now a pass ball to let that one score, Jackson. you're seeing this early game jitters. You're kind of seeing the nerves of this game here. You'll see the Wheelers start to kind of set in here very soon.
Yeah, and I feel like they just need to get out of this inning in general. I feel like once they get out of this inning and they can get themselves on the bats, they'll be able to turn this one around and, you know, try to get it tied back up here, or just kind of chip away at this lead early here from LoMa.
2-1 count. The off-speed missed low on the last one. Peterson going to go upstairs on this one, and it'll miss just up, making it now 3-1. Runner at second, going to be Whitney Hawkins. Reached on an error. And this one going to be a swing and a miss to make it strike number 2. Nice fastball down the middle from Peterson, and not a lot of girls can catch up to that fastball, Jackson, so I wouldn't be surprised if she takes that one and kind of tries to paint a corner with it.
Or it goes off speed like she did in the first couple pitches.
And that one missing downstairs. Going to put the batter on a full count walk. Now we're running at first and second for the Panthers.
Well, she did kind of what you called it, Neil, and she tried to get that corner, but just wasn't able to get it. And Rasmussen with a pretty decent frame there, but the umpire said it was ball 4.
Still just one out. Ella Hack due up here. Is this one going to go right down Broadway, Jackson? And Peterson going, I'm not playing around anymore with that pitch. Goes right down the middle.
Yeah, and the fastball for her, it's just been firing on all cylinders. You know, it's kind of been her off-speed. That curveball changed. It's been kind of hit or miss.
0-1. This one right down the middle once again. A swing and a miss. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 3 straight fastballs. Try and maybe not allow Hack to be able to catch up to her fastball.
Yeah, and I mean, with the way she's been throwing it and how accurate she's been, I would too.
0-2, swing and a miss. And like we said, Jackson, she goes 3 straight fastballs, gets her down swinging for out number 2. Now 2 outs, 3-0 Logan Magnolia, 2 runners on. You've got Addison Leslie, the left fielder, now a left-handed batter as well, due up here for the Panthers. Peterson, Stannerson, and Miller all playing short on this one. A swing and a miss there for strike number 1. You saw those 3 kind of playing up there. Briley over at first, Lucy at third, kind of charging the corners. Maybe think that she'll lay down a bunt or maybe slap hit as well, Jackson. Pitch on the way here. This one downstairs. Runners both going to get a good jump towards the next bag. It's a 1-1 count here for the Wheelers. 2 outs on the board, trailing 3-0.
Have you ever seen anybody really slap in high school, though, Mason?
Yep.
I really don't see anybody teach it anymore.
Swing and a miss there for strike number 2. Chloe Galen Kemper leads off for the Knights there, and she slap hits.
Yeah, I don't really know anybody that really teaches it, and I feel like it's not as common until you get to about the collegiate level.
And the 0-2, or the 1-2, gonna go outside. You saw that one as an off-speed, Jackson. You saw the motion on that one towards home plate. But now a 2-2 count. I would go fastball right at her. I mean, she hasn't even put the bat on the ball just yet. Peterson gonna go fastball to the corner, not hitting her zone just quite, making it now 3-2.
Yeah, I think Peterson's just trying to get her to chase, you know, with her kind of up high batting stance here. I feel like she's just trying to get her to come down and, you know, chase something low and away.
14-3 Panthers in baseball. That one going to miss downstairs, advancing the runners now to first, second, and third on a walk. So we'll have runners all the way around. And Panthers picked up the win at 14-3 in baseball, so Jeff's game has concluded.
I expect him over here anytime soon.
Bet he's still wrapping up. I mean, that was just 8 minutes ago. He tweeted. Kennedy Evans now the catcher due up to hit here and can add a couple of RBIs as she puts one through the infield. Pretty big gap right to Taryn's left. By second base, Peterson's pitch going to go downstairs, and if you're Rasmussen, nothing can go by you here. You gotta make sure that you keep everything in front of you.
Yeah, you just gotta be a stone wall, and you gotta move your feet and pop out of position quickly. You know, I mean, they already had one so far, but in a game like this and the way that they've been kind of battling here, LoMa has, you just gotta stop everything.
Pitch on the way from Peterson upstairs. That one gonna miss it, makes it now 2-0. And, we kind of talked about it. How long do you wait until you pull the trigger on switching pitchers, Jackson? This could be it here next inning, as Peterson going to go upstairs for a now 3-0. And if you walk in a run here, I wouldn't be surprised if Tom comes out and says, you know what, we're going to go with our ace here.
Yeah, and I feel like, this is the situation that makes or break a game right here is this 3-0.
And Peterson going to put it right down center lane for strike 1. 3-1 count now. You can expect maybe a swing if it's close for Evans, but you got to make the play if you're the Wheelers defense.
Well, and that's if they even give her the green light. She might sit and make it full.
And that one just going to miss inside. Peterson thought she had it and will walk in the run. It'll be an RBI walk for Kennedy Evans as she heads over to first. Looks like they will keep Peterson out there nonetheless as we go through the entire order one time for the Panthers. They've scored 4 in this inning. Peterson's first pitch on the way here, just going to be inside for ball number 1 against Stone. Stone reached on an error and scored here in this first inning. 2 outs, just got to get out of this inning for the Wheelers. 4-0, Logan Magnolia. Pitch on the way here from Peterson upstairs for ball number 2. Now a 2-0 count, and you may be seeing that get to her head, Jackson. I mean, a couple of early runs here. You just got to find the zone and let your defense back you up.
Yeah, and, you know, I feel like that's what we have to do, especially when you're not throwing consistent strikes.
And as you say that, puts it right down the middle on the fastball. 2-1 count now with 2 outs. Infield playing pretty solid, outfield playing about the same as you normally would see. 2-1 pitch upstairs, going to go past Rasmussen. Run going to come in to score on the wild pitch. And we'll advance the runners from second to third and first to second. And just kind of a nightmare inning for the Wheelers. So now going to be a run coming in to score 5-0 Jackson here in this first inning, as that one going right down the zone, making it 3-2. And you do got to get out of this inning here. You can get it with a strikeout or a flyout or a ground out here, but you got to get it out.
Yeah, and that was a good comeback pitch there from Peterson after that one flying by, you know, just getting back in that strike zone.
3-2, off-speed pitch gets her swinging. And now the Wheelers going to get their opportunity to go with the bats as they give up a couple of runs here, just 1 hit and a couple of errors, and they leave 2 on as we'll step away 5-0 in favor of the Panthers.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
This fall, cozy up with internet that keeps up. With WindSpeed Fiber Internet from Western Iowa Networks, enjoy 1 gig speeds for just $99.99 a month. Perfect for streaming, football, fall shows, and working from home. No lag, no interruptions, just the speed you need all
channel. Mason Neal and Jackson Kerrigan with you guys here. Leading off to be Taryn Peterson, starting in the circle as well. She'll be facing Campbell Chase, who 86 innings pitched, 57 hits, 36 runs allowed, 16 of them being earned, 24 walks, just 132 strikes, Jackson. And I joke, only 132 strikes. That's probably more than you or I combined could probably throw in a softball season.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, the number's not like as surprising with the way, you know, she's pitched pretty much every inning of their entire season, but it's still a really good number.
Peterson set up here, first pitch, going to find the zone. She's hitting .516 on the year. Hit her first home run of the year just last game against Riverside. 11 RBI, 22 runs scored, as well as 19 stolen bases, so a danger when it comes to the base path. 0-1 count here for Peterson. Pitch on the way, going to miss upstairs, and, you know, almost took out the camera right behind home plate.
And Chase going with that off speed here. She's trying to, you know, get that rise ball and also that curve ball working, but she's missed low and high on both the pitches.
1-1 count. We got Tom Peterson over at third as your third base coach. This one off speed, going to go right up the third base line, and it will be fair. Peterson going to round first and head to second as she'll stand up on second, a stand-up double on the leadoff, Jackson. That's one way to get it back after that first inning.
Yeah, and you know, Chase just going with that off speed once again there, and she was able to turn and burn right on it, barely clips the line over there, the third base line, and is able to leg out a double.
And I tell you what, that's one of the hardest plays of your third baseman to make, because that one, you know, comes off the line and you're over, and that was a hard hit ball. Due up now, Anna Larson. She hits .387 with 11 RBIs and 11 runs scored. Has had a couple of doubles in this season as well. Pitch on the way for Larson. A hard hit ball down the third base line. Is going to end up foul for strike number one.
Yeah, first two batters, and Exira-EHK-Audubon's been just pressuring that third baseman over there and just been consistently going right at her or right at the bag, so she's definitely getting her work in.
And I wouldn't be surprised, you know, Larson, there's a big gap back up center if you go kind of right to the right or left of the pitcher here. 0-1 count. Larson going to try and put down the bunt as it fouls off straight behind for strike number two. Now you got to swing at anything close. And with a girl like Taryn Peterson on the bags, Jackson, if you put this through the infield, 100% going to score.
Oh, for sure. Unless it just like barely gets through or something, she's guaranteed if this gets up the middle or anything, it's an easy run.
Tom telling Taryn what she's got to do over at second. Larson's pitch here going to miss just outside. Peterson kind of jumped halfway to the third base bag. They're going to try and make the catcher and Kennedy Evans make a decision on if she's trying to throw her out. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get her to advance to third. You know, I know Tom, when you watch him with basketball and softball, a very aggressive style. Pitch on the way here on the 2-1. Larson going to take this one deep into left field, and it's going to get down. Run going to come in to score as they're going to send Peterson. It's going to get to the wall, and Larson the RBI double. Going to bring this thing with the first run on the board. And that'll be Taryn Peterson coming in to score on the RBI double.
Solid backside rip from Anna Larson there as she kind of sat back on that high fastball and was able to just get it off the front side of the bat and able to turn it all the way towards the line as the left fielder was not able to get all the way there, so it ended up scooting all the way to the wall there for the RBI double.
Riley Miller hitting .440 on the year with 14 RBIs and 11 runs scored as two-time defending Rewind Player of the Year, Jackson. She has been a standout softball player, committed to Indian Hills College to play softball as just a junior. So, you know, one of the best pitchers and players you've got in this area. So if she can bring in a run here and make this 5-2, Jackson, you're looking pretty solid with no outs. That one going to miss just downstairs on the off-speed. And Chase, you know, not really dialed on the off-speed just yet. It takes a little bit of time, you know, playing these 3 games already this season. The arm might be a little sore, but nonetheless, you know, the fastball looks like it's going to be there tonight.
Yeah, and just getting that spin as soon as you kind of get ready to release it there and just getting it hit off the right spot of the leg there is kind of difficult to figure it out.
Pitch on the way upstairs, going to miss it for ball number 2. And I want to talk about, you know, Larson's hit down there. In left field there, Guritz was looking for it, and it was just kind of hard to time up because that ball came off and was sailing. It eventually hit the ground, rolled all the way to the wall. And so you knew that that one wasn't going to be a triple with it being in left field, but a nice double. As pitch going to go there, Miller going to take this one deep shot into left field. It's at the wall, and it's going to end up foul. And they'll call it fair. A home run for Riley Miller. Riley Miller, the 2 RBI bomb to left field. And Logan Magnolia not happy about that one, Jackson. The 2 RBI homer. The 2-run shot to left field for Riley Miller. Logan Magnolia thought that one was over the foul pole. And 3 up, 3 over for Exira-EHK-Audubon. No outs on the board here. She hits a bomb to the left field wall for a home run.
Yeah, and Miller, you know, able to turn on that one. It was kind of high, so I was surprised she swung at it, but was able to kind of get her arms up there and get a full extended swing there, and it just, I think it either was just off to the side or went right over the top of the foul pole there for the home run.
And that's Riley Miller's first home run of the year. They had 2 girls hitting home runs. Peterson right here, Briley Peterson in front of us has 3 on the year, and Taryn Peterson has 1. 5-3 Panthers now, and Briley Peterson going to take this one up the third base side, goes through the glove. Over at third base for Hawkins. They will call it foul nonetheless, so a 0-1 count here for Briley Peterson. I tell you what, Jackson, it's been a fun game so far. I mean, we're 8 runs in, and whole half an hour in, and we're still in the bottom of the first inning with no outs. Pitch on the way for Peterson. She's going to swing and miss on the breaking ball there, and I think that, you had that foul ball there. I think Peterson was eager to get another one on the bat there.
Yeah, and now you got to just kind of slow down, calm yourself, and then kind of protect the plate with the 0-2 here and try to get yourself on base and try to continue to chip at this Logan Magnolia lead.
0-2 pitch. This one going to go downstairs. Drop 3 strike for Peterson. She's going to turn and throw to first for the strikeout. And not a good at-bat nonetheless, but I think, you see those first 3 at-bats there. It's not going to hurt you when you're trailing 5-3.
No, and I feel like, that was good for Chase there, especially was able to get somebody to finally chase.
And we get a sign over here to our right. That'll be Campbell Chase's 400th career strikeout from what I saw over to our right here. So congratulations to her on 400 career strikeouts. What a kind of momentous moment here. They're going to get the ball and kind of save it for her as well for her 400th career strikeout, Jackson. That's a huge accomplishment for a pitcher.
It's a huge accomplishment. I mean, for, a high school kid as well, you work hard and, you put in all those hours. And pitching, especially in softball, it's not easy. It's definitely a lot more different than baseball. And, just working on pitching and being as consistent as she's been all year and for them in her entire career is just amazing.
Is pitch going to miss downstairs? For the 1-0, Lucy Stannerson, the new batter up, as she hits 267 with 5 RBIs, has scored 14 runs this season for the Wheelers. This pitch, high fly ball. It's going to sail foul. Let's see if a dad can catch it or not. I almost thought, we had a couple of dads over there, Jackson. If it was kind of that high fly foul ball, I was going to see if somebody wanted to bare hand it.
Would you have caught it?
No.
No, right through the hands, or are you just going to avoid it?
I'd try, but I mean, that's coming down with a lot of heat. I don't think I'm catching that.
Oh, no faith.
If you give me a glove, I've got it, but...
Well, that goes for anybody. It's a more likely chance.
Yeah, if you give me a glove, I've probably got it. 1-1 count for Stannerson now. 5-3 Panthers after leading 5-0. Stannerson going to swing downstairs on that one. And a miss. Now for the 1-2, and the Wheelers kind of middle half of the lineup here, Jackson, struggling with that off speed.
Yeah, and I think that she's finally settled in here as well. She's able to get them to chase. I mean, they haven't been like, strike pitches, but they're in spots where they have to chase.
1-2, a hard hit ball into right field, and Stannerson going to get on with the single. A nice ball there, Jackson. You don't always have to hit those bombs. That one just a little blooper right over Maria Kiger at second, able to get on it for the single. Just 1 out, and the tying run going to be at home with Abby Wanzer. So, the Wheelers putting together their own nice bottom of the first inning. Wanzer on the season hitting 259, 5 RBIs, has scored 9 times as well. They're going to show bunt here. Wanzer going to pull it back down, throw to second. Not going to be there in time as Stannerson's up and over, credited for the stolen base. An 0-1 count. Wanzer off of the bunt attempt there, pulled back at the last second to allow to put the runner into scoring position. And if you get 4, Jackson, even 3, great first inning for you.
Yeah, after the inning they had, I think that wouldn't happen if they had the 3 errors, but I feel like that's definitely really solid against this team, and you could still see Coach Peterson being aggressive and trying to swipe as many bags as he can, and I feel like that's what you have to do with a team as good as LoMa, is you have to continue to, punch back after they punch. You just got to continue to trade shots.
0-2 off of the foul ball here for Wanzer, probably going fastball once again, I assume, and they'll go off speed, going to bounce off. Stannerson takes off for third, and she'll be standing up there on the pass ball. So now a stolen base and a pass ball puts Stannerson at third. A hit scores a run here, Jackson, with a 1-2 count. Wheelers looking to trail only by 1. Pitch on the way here, and Wanzer going to take this one up to second base. Run going to come in to score as it goes through the legs of Marie Kiger. And an RBI there on the error. And the Wheelers only trail 1 now. And this is how you respond, Jackson, to adversity. This is what good softball teams do. You trail 5-0, and Exira-EHK-Audubon comes out, and they go, we trail 5-0 with a couple of errors. We're going to come out here and put 4 on the board.
Yeah, and Kiger, the second baseman, just wasn't able to get the glove all the way down there to field it. And Wanzer just, sitting back, trying to, pick the right pitch in the 1-2 count, and was able to find it and, hit the backside there. And I feel like that's when Audubon's been able to do with both batters in the left and right side of the batter's box is get those backside hits that have just worked really well for them, and that's what's kind of kept them in this game, and now with it only being a one-run game and only one out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing. One out, Jackson, and you have one of your better hitters, too, as Zoe Rasmussen, hitting .345 with 5 RBIs. You put this through the infield, Wanzer can advance to second or third, and Rasmussen can go out there. They'll have a courtesy runner for her, obviously, but the tying run now stands over at first base with just one out, and you go from Zoe Rasmussen to Skylar Rasmussen to Jordan Mulford. You got 3 pretty solid batters there for the Wheelers. 5-4 our score, 1 out on the board for Zoe Rasmussen, who steps into the box here. A lot of right-handed batters for the Wheelers, able to kind of go down that third base side if you get a look. First pitch, they're going to show bunt, and they'll pull it back. Wanzer takes off, throw to second. Going to one-hop into the glove as Wanzer is going to reach on the stolen base. Rasmussen pulled back, but took a strike for an 0-1. And, you know, you give up that one strike in hopes of moving the runner into scoring position. And now if you're Rasmussen, you give this ball a ride, Jackson, a run could possibly come in to score on the 0-1. Pitch on the way here. Rasmussen going to take that one just inside for ball number 1. And, you know, that's how you would respond to adversity. Now a chance to tie things up. I know we'll see Mr. Jeff Blankman coming over here very soon eventually. I know his game just wrapped up, so we'll pick up the equipment and head over here because he wants to watch this, you know, top 6 ranked matchup. 1-1 pitch for Rasmussen, and the off-speed pitch going to get her swinging. Nice pitch there from Chase going to the off-speed.
Chase, just like Peterson in her half the inning, Peterson able to get her fastball going after a couple pitches. Now Chase able to get her off-speed going after a couple of pitches here, and she's kind of really found her spots with the curveball change.
1-2 pitch for Rasmussen, and this another change up there, and this one going to end up foul. So on the 1-2, just 1 out on the board, she'll step back in. Getting a very beautiful night for some softball and baseball, Jackson. Not too hot, just a little bit of sun kind of beaming down on us here. May have to whip out the umbrella and cover our iPad here very soon with it being this kind of a night. 1-2 pitch for Rasmussen, and this in the zone, a hard hit ball over to Coach Obermeyer over at first, and it will be foul nonetheless. So that's the thing you need also out of a, you know, couple of year starter catcher that hits the ball very well, Jackson. Keep yourself alive when the ball is there.
Yeah, you just need to battle. You know, you got to, you know, set your feet and just kind of lock in, and then, you know, just be selective of pitches and, you know, pick the pitch that you know is going to be a hittable pitch and not just go chasing after nothing.
1-2 count, pitch on the way. Rasmussen going to take this one up in the air. It's a fly ball getting into the glove of Kiger at second for the fly out and out number 2. Nice play there by Kiger, nonetheless, to time that one up. She had the error against Wanzer there when she would reach. And Jeff Blankton told me this 1,000 times, Jackson, if you have an error, the ball is going to come find you. So it's a nice job to get that one back here as you step in, having Skylar Rasmussen now the second baseman. And she'll hit this one hard down the third base line. Wanzer going to go, throw to first, going to be there in time. And they're going to call her safe as she came off the bag. Rasmussen going to get there in time, moving Wanzer over to first. Or excuse me, to third, and Rasmussen going to get there. And I'm going to credit that one with an error once again. You had her if she doesn't come off the bag. And over at first, she comes off the bag. Now Jordan Mulford due up. Mulford, one of their better hitters as well at 429, has a chance to bring in a run here if she can hit one into a gap.
They got the corners in here, too, to protect the bunt as well.
And I don't know if you bunt here with 2 outs, but the biggest thing, Jackson, is just, you know, you don't want to. And they're going to show bunt. Runner going to go to second, and Rasmussen will get there. So she will be credited with the stolen base. And I think the big thing about showing bunt there, Jackson, as she takes the ball is try and force maybe an error on the catcher to throw to second, and you could maybe see Wanzer come in to score.
Or the pitcher just, you know, kind of wildly throw the ball and it goes past here and try to, you know, confuse her as she kind of comes down.
Wanzer's got the speed to do it. Pitch on the way. Mulford going to foul it straight back for strike number 1. And the Wheelers could tie it up here with a hit through the infield, and you could bring back up Taryn Peterson, who's probably, undisputed, probably your best hitter.
Well, and heck, even if it just gets through the infield, they could even take the lead here. I feel like Rasmussen could definitely get around.
1-1 count, pitch on the way upstairs, going to miss. And if you walk it, Jackson, I mean, you put runners all the way around with the Wheelers' best hitter on the board. You could see Taryn do some damage here if you put all 3 of them on the bags.
Yeah, and then, you know, if you get to her and she gets on base, then you could potentially get to Miller.
2-1 count here with 2 outs. Pitch on the way for Mulford. And this one going to find it, I believe. Yep, it will. For strike number 2, a 2-2 count. Now got to look, if it's anything close, Jackson, got to put the bat on the ball.
Yeah, and in this situation now the corners have backed off because they know that she pretty much has to swing here with it being the 2-2.
2-2, wouldn't be surprised for a fastball. And they're going to go off speed, and Mulford doing a nice job of keeping the bat on the ball. Remain 2-2, and this is those scenarios, you know, if you lose by 1 run or if, you know, you trail by 1 run late, you look, this is the scenarios you need to get those runs.
Yeah, and I feel like with both the teams, the way that they've been hitting so far, you're going to have to, you know, answer each other. So getting those 4 or 5 runs after somebody scores 5 or 6 runs is definitely a necessity.
Mulford, a long at-bat here to keep herself alive. 2-2 count on the board. 5-4 in favor of Logan Magnolia. What has been a long first inning, to say the least, Jackson, but nonetheless a very eventful one. 2-2 pitch on the way here, and it'll be in the zone. It's a hard hit ball over second, scoring 1 run. Runner has Rasmussen going to turn, and the Wheeler is going to take the lead. They go through the lineup. A 2 RBI single from Jordan Mulford into right field, going to give the Wheelers the lead. You heard the crowd behind us, Jackson. They kind of drowned us out there for a minute as well. But, you know, the Wheelers going from down 5-0 respond with 6. And we're not even done with this first inning.
Yeah, finally able to get out of that AB there. She was able to find one, and she's just able to get the blooper, and they were able to hustle home and get the 2. And now you've got Peterson, the switch hitter, who can bat from both sides, as now she'll switch over to the left-handed side this AB.
And I was going to say, I've never seen Taryn bat lefty. I've called 2 Exira games. We're going to see now, and it looks like she was slap hitting. Throw to second. Going to not be there in time. As the stolen base going to be credited for Mulford, and this is what good softball teams do, Jackson. I mean, you get a couple of errors, they pile it on, they get this thing rolling, and the Wheelers staying super aggressive. As I see Mr. Jeff Blankman carrying his equipment over here, maybe he's going to set up and help us. Who knows? Well, probably not.
Yeah, I'm going to go with no on that one.
But, I mean, 6-5 Wheelers here. Peterson going to move back over now to the right side of the box as she's down or up in the count 1-0. A hard hit ball into center field, and it will be in the glove of Ella Hack for the fly out in center field. The Wheelers tag on 6, though, to pick up the lead as we head into the top of the second inning here. 6-5 Exira-EHK-Audubon.
These DMAC Carroll campus students are tomorrow's nurses. They're leaders, smart, dedicated, and they care about their community.
My experience in DMAC nursing so far, I get to make a difference in people's lives during their most vulnerable times, and I build friendships along the way.
The interaction between the faculty, staff, and professor with the students are really close. They really help us a lot every time.
Get started today.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. MackeyMotors.com.
We have switched pitchers here, Jackson. Riley Miller comes in to pitch, so just 1 inning pitched here for Taryn Peterson, as now it will be Riley Miller. I'm going to let you talk about this because I've got to write down my stuff here and to get stuff ready to go, Jackson. Fun first inning.
Yeah, I mean, you know, LoMa came out and found ways to get base hits and also capitalizing on the errors. You know, Miller had 2 and Mulford had 1, and they were just able to, you know, work off that and, you know, get a couple base on balls there. But then Exira-EHK-Audubon just came storming back, you know, just getting hits back and forth, and we're able to find it. That one's going to skip between the legs of Rasmussen there for ball 1. But they were just able to consistently, you know, find backside base hits or, you know, base hits up the middle, and then, you know, Miller, you know, getting the error back and able to hit that home run definitely helped them out.
Kiger, the first one due up here, just flew out first. Miller going to go right at her, and it'll find it for strike number 1. And, you know, Miller, I say undisputed best pitcher in our area when it comes to pitching so far. I mean, we have a lot of great pitchers, but Riley Miller is dominant as that one sails just low for the 2-1 here. But she's pitched a lot of innings, so it's been a long season for her. But she's built for these type of moments.
Yeah, and I feel like with being Audubon's ace, you have to be built for that as a pitcher. If you're going to be the ace, you have to be the one that they can rely on to get the job done, no matter what situation they bring you in, whether you're the starter, reliever, or you're the closer. You got to be the one that they can rely on.
2-2 count. Miller with the pitch here, going to go upstairs, and it's fouled off. We remain now 2-2, and the Wheelers again looking to get the strikeout here. It's a 2-2 count. Campbell Chase due up next here for Logan Magnolia. 2-2 pitch on the way from Miller. Going to be a hard chopper back towards us here on the foul ball. We'll remain 2-2 nonetheless. And I mean, Jackson, when you watch Miller pitch, you can tell she's a great pitcher.
Yeah, and she's kind of been working the downstairs, and so was Peterson. I think that's kind of where they're both trying to find it, so they can get those ground balls and kind of keep stuff out of the air. And if they do get them up the air, they kind of just gulp them for pop flies. That one sails out.
I mean, you've had 3 foul balls back to back to back here on those 2 strikes, Jackson, to now keep it 2-2. So a good battle here from Kiger, but you're seeing the speed of Miller, catch up to her here. Kiger, you got to swing maybe a little earlier, adjust your stride or something, step a little bit earlier. You got to get something going here if you're Kiger to be able to put this one in play. 2-2 count, pitch on the way from Miller downstairs. Just misses the zone for ball number 3. So now a 3-2 count. Sun's starting to kind of beat down here. Might have to have Jackson whip out the umbrella between innings and tape it up. And the pitch on the way, a hard hit ball at Taryn Peterson. Gets it in the glove, throw to first in there. Time for the 6-3 put out. And, that is why you have that lineup out there for this reason. Taryn Peterson able to make that play there. Riley Miller, the one being able to put that one in play as well. Because, Riley, elite pitcher, Taryn, elite shortstop. You've got kind of that dream lineup you want there.
Yeah, and both, can pitch and play the shortstop position very well, so it's definitely good to have those two at the interchangeable spot right there.
First pitch here for Chase, and it will miss just upstairs. They'll call it ball number 1, and I keep reiterating in Jackson, we may have to get the umbrella out. It's starting to get a little warm eventually here. Can you tell me if the iPad's hot?
No, it's not. I think it's just the temperature that it is outside. I don't think the iPad's actually getting really hot.
And that one goes right down the middle for Chase, as trying to time up Miller's pitches here. And as a pitcher, that's one of the things that you get the courtesy of, is how pitchers operate. So you can tell kind of where you can get it here. Is Miller going to go back at her just outside, making it now 2-1. Again, 6-5, Exira-EHK-Audubon, Audubon. I see Mr. Jeff Storyhan in the house over to our right here, taking pictures tonight of this game. As a high fly ball going to end up in the cornfield behind us on the right field side. Yeah, Jeff Storyhan makes great pictures. I know this one will probably be for Jeannie Kirkhoff tonight. He did some pictures for us here the other day at the Carroll baseball and softball games. 2-2 count here. Miller going to go at her. A hard hit ball down the right field line, and it'll sail foul. Mulford making an attempt to get to it, but nonetheless still going to sail foul. So it will remain 2-2. And I tell you what, Jeff's one of the best in the business. Jackson, if you ever look at his pictures, clear as day. I mean, they are great pictures. They're free to download every time as well. So, I mean, it's a great chance. I know a lot of the kids use them for Instagram or any stuff like that. A high fly ball into right center field. Mulford coming up to get it, and we'll get the fly out for the Wheelers. 2 up, 2 down. You gave up 5 in that first inning with a couple of errors. The Wheelers have really settled in now, going 2 up and 2 down. You had a ground out to Taryn Peterson at short. Now a fly out in right field for Jordan Mulford. They bring up Macy Bertelson. She scored on an RBI double, or had an RBI double and then scored in that first inning. It's her second at-bat of the night. Pitch on the way here from Miller, going to miss upstairs. Makes it now ball number 1.
Yeah, and if you're the Wheelers, you need this one after the inning that you had before, and it's definitely looking a lot better. I mean, that first inning wasn't very great, so definitely an inning that was much needed here for them.
Now a 2-0 for Bertelson as Miller missed upstairs. I know they're searching for that ball over in the cornfield to our right. Pitch on the way from Miller, a high fly ball going to end up foul. It's going to get over the dugout on the right field side. Makes it now 2-1 for Bertelson. And Jackson, you look at it, the balls that have been put in play, you've had to work for it. It's not the first pitch that was going to take it for a ride. Miller has really worked a lot of these counts here and able to, get to the 3-2s, the 1-2s, kind of those different counts where she's ahead. 2-1 count, pitch on the way from Miller, a high fly ball into right center field. It's going to take a jog to get there, and it's not going to get there. Mulford and Larson look like they collided in right center field. So it will be a single, I believe, what I would call it. And then she reached to 2 after that.
Yeah, it's a single.
Because if you get there and you're in front of it, Jackson, probably a single, but nonetheless, reaching to second now. The chance to tie the game if they can put this one through with Whitney Hawkins. She was there on the error in right field last time where it popped out of the glove. So you have the ability to hit it, but nonetheless going to need to hit this one here to tie the game up. The Wheelers with 2 outs on the board.
Yeah, and just a well-struck ball there as it kind of chased them both back.
Pitch on the way from Miller right down Broadway for strike number 1. Kind of hard to tell if they're strikes or not, Jackson, a little bit. Story on over to our right, taking pictures here. Miller's pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss for strike number 2. And she's gone fastball, now off speed. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes right at her with the fastball to try and strike her out.
That or I'd go the changeup kind of in the dirt to see if you can get a take at it.
0-2, she goes fastball, and they're going to call it a ball just downstairs. And if that was, that's a couple of inches, Jackson, from being a strike. 1-2 count here. Pitch on the way, a hard hit ball at first. Peterson has it out of the glove, turns it over, and is able to get the out for out number 3. And that's the best thing about playing first base, Jackson. It's not too hard when that ball drops right out of your glove. You're able to get the out for out number 3. We're going to go ahead and step away for a minute. We'll have more of the bottom of the second inning coming up next.
At Collins Aerospace, we believe in investing in our employees' future. That's why we are proud to offer our Employee Scholar Program. Whether you want to pursue a professional certificate or a degree related to the industry, we offer full tuition reimbursement and even paid study time. Our Employee Scholar Program is the perfect tool to help achieve the future you've been dreaming of. At Collins, we don't just want to offer you a job, we want to offer you a career and a future in aerospace. For details on the Collins Aerospace Employee Scholar Program, visit us at careers.rtx.com.
For over 50 years, Pringer Slumberland has been your trusted destination for all things furniture and flooring. Hi, it's Matt Pringer, third generation in our family-owned business. We understand the importance of creating spaces where memories are made and cherished. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, personalized service, and unbeatable value has made us a staple in the community. Pringer Slumberland is more than just a furniture store. We're part of your community, and when you shop with us, you're not just furnishing your home, you're investing in the livelihood of your neighbors. Pringer Slumberland, Highway 30 West in Carroll.
Welcome back here to the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. The Wheelers trailed 5-0 going into the bottom of the first. They add 6 in the top at the bottom of the first. Lead 6-5. They get 3 outs. That last one with no runs. Pitch on the way for Larson here. Hard hit ball back into center field, and she will reach on this single. She's got a double and a single, an RBI and a run scored now to start this young ball game. And the Wheelers, Jackson, I talked about it. LoMa's a good ball club. Exira-EHK-Audubon's a good ball club, so you're seeing very good softball so far.
Yeah, and like we mentioned pregame, there's going to have to be someone other than Peterson and Miller in this lineup that's going to have to hit. And I think Larson's kind of stepped into that position right in between them and has just found the ways to get on base.
Miller showed bunt. Larson going to take off. 1 hop to second base, not going to be there in time, so the stolen base credited for Anna Larson.
Yeah, Coach Peterson staying aggressive, and I think you pretty much have to against this LoMa team because they can pounce right back just as well as Exira-Audubon can.
Is that a pun on Panthers? Panthers and pouncing?
Maybe.
I was going to say that's very clever if it is, but I know it's not because I know you didn't think that.
Wow.
I'm just messing with you.
No confidence.
1-0 count for Miller here. Had the home run. Ball going to go by, and Larson going to trail over to third on the pass ball, or the wild pitch, excuse me. And, she's 1 for 1 with the homer. And if she pitches well, Jackson, she's in contention for our Kohler's Player of the Game.
Well, and I feel like so far it's just between her and Taryn, but I feel like you give the case for Larson as well, as Larson's been able to kind of be that 2-hole hitter and has been able to get on base and kind of help kickstart the runs.
2-1 count now for Miller. And that home run, Jackson, a hard hit ball out to left field. It wasn't one that just barely got over.
No, and I think there was just the difference of whether it was fair or foul.
2-1 count now for Miller. Pitch on the way. And that one going to be the off-speed that finds it, makes it now 2-2. And she took the last one that was high in the zone. She took that one for a ride. That off-speed high as well. I thought she was going to take it for a ride there, Jackson.
Yeah, I think that one was kind of above the knuckles there, so she really didn't want to take that one because that one's kind of an iffy spot for a right-handed batter.
2-2. Miller going to take this one a short blooper to second. It's going to take a weird hop. She's running to first. We'll get the RBI nonetheless as the run comes in to score, but will be thrown out at first for out number 1. And, you obviously want to be on the base pass, Jackson, but an RBI does not hurt now that you lead 7-5.
No, and that little blooper over to second, it's not a big deal because you still score the run, and I feel like that's what they're going to need is to continue to get those runs any little way that they can.
And a hit here, going to be a hard hit one from Peterson into left field as she will head to first. And a nice single into left field will put her at first with 1 out. So now 7-5, Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton Audubon. Riley Peterson over at first, bringing up now Lucy Stannerson, who singled in the first inning, came around to score after a stolen base, then a pass ball, then came in to score on the RBI error, or RBI from Abby Wanzer. Stannerson looks inside, Peterson going to take off a 1-hop to second, she slides in fair. And we'll reach now on the stolen base, and you use that word a ton, Jackson. This is aggressive play style from Tom Peterson, and it's working very well.
Yeah, and I think that's what kind of he does in, like we've seen even in basketball and, in softball, is he likes to be aggressive. He likes to be the one that, is out there with the first swing and is just continuing to just keep the attack up and not to give in.
Stannerson has this one go upstairs and misses for ball number 2 and a 2-0 count. I almost thought I should take Jackson's sunglasses here for a minute to be able to see.
You got it, Neelan.
Tell you what, the sun beating right down on us here. We've got a time from our home plate umpire. Don't know exactly what we got going in here now. Stannerson going to step back in. 2-0 count. Pitch on the way here is going to take this one for a ride into the cornfield over our heads for foul ball and a strike number 1. Got Jeff Blankman sitting right behind me here as he concluded the Logan Magnolia and Audubon baseball game and now decided to come over here and watch some good softball. He gets to go home and upload the games to our podcast center. He also gets to help me type these games. We got to figure out Athlete of the Week tonight, so, we're going to have a really fun night here. We've also got Mr. Jeff Storyhunt taking pictures right between me and Jackson here as well. I don't consider this the best view in the house if he's got to sit between you, me, and Blankman right behind us, but Stannerson going to swing and miss on the off-speed there. Again, fun times, Jackson, when we get to do the video here. It's kind of an alternate, than what we normally do. We got radio broadcasts all week. It's nice to throw the video in there as well. 2-2 pitch for Stannerson. Going to take it back up center. Chase has it roll out of the glove. She'll turn to first and get the out for the 1-3 put out as Peterson advances to third as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing about those ground balls. You're still, giving up an out here, but you're moving the runners closer and closer, and that can be the difference here is, those extra couple feet can really make the difference here, especially if they decide to, bunt or, hit away and the defense thinks you're going to bunt. 2 outs. Wanzer now going to step out. Again, you got a runner at third. She already has an RBI after she reached on the error, so she'll have a chance to add another RBI here. Pitch on the way. Is this one going to be a hard hit ball at short? It'll get off of the body here. Wanzer's going to turn. Throw not going to be there in time. And she'll reach once again on the error at short and get an RBI, bringing in Briley Peterson to score. Yeah, and like I said, Mason, that extra base could make or break the inning there, and that definitely helped there as the shortstop not able to handle it there. Wanzer able to run it out and get the RBI there off the error.
So now 8-5 after trailing 5-0. Rasmussen going to take this one for a ride right back at her. Throw to first. Going to be there in time for the 6-3 put out. Nonetheless, the Wheelers put some damage on the board as they put up 2 runs on 2 hits. Just an error, and they leave 1 on as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. 8-5, Exira-Elkhorn-Kimballton Audubon.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive health care for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Danny dreams fearlessly.
Because when you feel protected,
It's okay.
your family's free to pursue their dreams.
So are you brave?
I'm brave.
I'm fearless.
I'm fearless.
Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency.
We're back here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. I'm stealing Jackson Kerrigan's sunglasses because I cannot see anything right now.
You look good, Nealon.
No, I do not. I
Yeah, you
hate
do.
those things. I just need to be able to see. Tell you what, I cannot see a single thing without these on. 8-5 in favor of the Wheelers here. Riley Miller set up to pitch, and we'll have one go right down the middle for Guritz for strike number 1. I don't know how you wear these. These are uncomfortable. These are extremely uncomfortable.
You gotta have drip, man.
I'm taking these off. This is that one. Going to be a swing and a foul back for strike number 2. I'll give them to Jackson so he can see. I'll just squint because I hate those. But an 8-5 ball game for Exira-EHK-Audubon. Again, 8 unanswered runs. Now an 0-2 for Riley Miller. Looking to get her first strikeout of the night. 0-2 pitch on the way, and going to go right down the center lane for the strikeout. Looking. And some big news on that one, Jackson, we'll hear in the post game from Tom Peterson. We won't announce just yet what that is, but kind of a big career milestone for Riley Miller there, and we'll let Tom Peterson announce that one for you guys in the post game. But nonetheless, out number 1 on the strikeout. Miller red hot to start this inning. She's now gone only strikes in this inning. Red hot to start. This is what you need from your ace. And a pitch on the way just outside there for Miller. It's what Jeff calls the radio jinx, but nonetheless here, I mean, kind of a great start here for Miller. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, and that one just upstairs.
Mason, as you look around, I don't think you're the only one having a problem with seeing. As I see a lot of hands out in front of people's eyes trying to see.
Yeah, it's almost what I'm going to have to do one of these, Jackson.
Pretty much.
2-1 count, pitch for Miller, and she'll find it. You get that kind of late summer sunset. It's a beautiful sunset, but not beautiful when I'm staring into it.
I think you just needed to go just down past the trees, and you'll be in the clear for the
or the scoreboard. And a swing and a miss there from Hack. First strikeout, number 2. And Riley Miller, Jackson, if you haven't ever seen her pitch, this is the form that she gets to. She is one of the best pitchers you will watch throw.
Yeah, and she's kind of started as now she's getting back into that mix-up between the off-speed and that fastball low and away, as she's been able to find it in both spots.
That one just missing the zone for ball number 1. It's a 1-0 count, and she was all-stater, I believe, 8th grade, freshman, and sophomore year as a pitcher. Pitch on the way here, a swing and a miss for strike number 1. Coming to you live tonight from the Motor Inn broadcast booth here out in Audubon. I know Jeff Blankman, Jeff Storyhan, Jackson Kerrigan, I'm all here, everyone's here, and a swing and a miss there for Leslie. Now a 1-2. You could see Riley Miller put this thing away with 3 strikeouts, Jackson.
Yeah, and she could strike out the side here, which would really be even better for the Wheelers.
And a swing and a miss there, drop 3 strike. Rasmussen going to take it and throw to first for 3 strikeouts for Riley Miller. You go 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts for Riley Miller as we step away. We'll have more in the bottom of the 3rd inning on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.
Oh, hell no, not again. Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712-ROOF-PRO. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712-ROOF-PRO.
from footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Audubon, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
We're back here on the CB Sports Network. Jackson Kerrigan loves the way I'm wearing his sunglasses right now as we get things going on. It's a very unique way. You know, you got to be, what is the word, innovator. As Skylar Rasmussen going to step up here, she reached on an error at first base and stole a base at second, then came around to score on a 2 RBI single from Jordan Mulford. So I tell you what, Jackson, it's time for the Wheelers to really put the gas on here. If they can get this thing rolling, this could be a pretty fun game. Is Rasmussen going to take this one up third base for a foul ball? 0-1 count. And now no outs. Rasmussen the first one due up, then Jordan Mulford and Taryn Peterson the next 2. Sun starting to kind of bear down right into our eyes, Jackson. Pitch on the way here for Rasmussen upstairs for ball number 1. And, you know, once that sun gets down underneath the scoreboard and it kind of sets here and gets a little darker, Jackson, it'll be a pretty great look. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. And that'll find it for strike number 2. Again, thank you tonight to Western Iowa Networks, blazing a fast fiber internet. Jackson Kerrigan, Mason Neal with the eyes, Jeff Blankford and Jeff Storyhan in center field. Jeff in his bright red Carroll Broadcasting shirt. Pretty easy to tell. And the pitch on the way here for Rasmussen. She'll swing and miss for strikeout number 1 and out number 1 of the inning. Brings up now Jordan Mulford, who's 1 for 1 with a 2 RBI single and a stolen base. Was left stranded at second base here in this inning. Mulford waiting for the count here, or excuse me, now for the pitch. She'll step back in. Mulford getting ready, 1 out, pitch on the way, and it'll be a strike. Ball comes out of the glove of Evans. Nonetheless, still strike number 1. Oh, 1 count here, and the pitch on the way. Mulford fouls it off. That one, Jackson pops straight down and hits her on the way back up. Still nice effort from her to, you know, take off and run.
Yeah, I think she would have had a chance of being safe there if that was ruled fair. She was 3/4 of the way down the line.
Yeah, you got to give that effort as a batter, is to be able to turn and kind of run down. Mulford now going to step in. On the 0-2, pitch on the way here. And fouls this one off towards the right side. Will remain at the 0-2, and that's what you got to do as a batter as well. Keep yourself battling the entire time. So still an 0-2 for Mulford. 0-2 pitch on the way here, and going to be a hard hit ball over to third. It'll be short, picking it up. Stone with the throw to first, not going to get there in time. And Mulford going to read. And she'll reach on the error, Jackson, and that's exactly why you run those balls out.
Yeah, and I mean, with the speed that Mulford has, even though that is on the ground, you got to just, you know, put your head down and run and just, you know, give it your best effort there. And that time she was able to just run hard and beat it out. And I think she would have been safe either way because the ball dropped out of the first baseman's glove as Peterson going to go to the left side of the plate here and look to do that slap.
Yeah, looking to slap again, maybe move Mulford to second. Mulford going to take off, throw probably going to be there in time as she reaches on the stolen base nonetheless. I think that one was there in time, but the placement was not there as it was upstairs.
Yeah, and she just kind of slid right under there. That one was a really good throw there from the catcher, Evans, as she was able to get the throw down there to second. She did beat her, but I think Mulford just got under it because the ball was thrown a little high.
So a 1-0 count now for Taryn Peterson as she steps back into the left side of the box. Peterson was in the left, now in the right side. Pitch on the way for Peterson. And going to miss upstairs for ball number 2. Mulford in scoring position at second if she can give it a ride into right or left field. There's a big gap down that right field side, Jackson, if you go down line. There's also, that big gap in left center if you go over the shortstop's head. Pitch on the way here for Peterson, and they'll call it a strike down the middle for the 2-1 count. And as a righty, she's got some pop, hit a home run against Riverside here this week. So she has the chance to, put it out there, but nonetheless, just need to put one through the infield here. 2-1 count for Peterson. Pitch on the way. And this one just a short chop in the air and will be a fly out for Grayson Stone at shortstop for out number 2. Peterson now 1 for 2 on the night with that double and a run scored. Not ideal spot for that one. You put the bat on the ball, Jackson, just kind of that backspin that it gets sometimes as Larson going to take strike number 1. She's 2 for 2 with a double and a single, 2 runs scored, a stolen base, and an RBI. Really filling up the stat sheet tonight. A 1 count, pitch on the way for Larson upstairs. Will be ball number 1. 1-1 count with 2 outs now. Runner at second going to be Jordan Mulford. One pitch now for Larson in the zone, taken right back up center lane. They're going to send Mulford on third base. They're going to throw home, and the run going to come in to score, and Larson will reach to second.
The Wheelers just continuing to find the gaps here and just getting it over the infield and in the right spots and just continuing to hit and hit efficiently here as they've, after that first inning, just have continued to push back and not look back as they've continued just to add to their lead as it's up to now 9-5 with 2 outs here in the inning.
Yeah, and Larson 3 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. She stands at second with Riley Miller here. Miller going to let that gun go by for a ball number 1. Miller can kind of put one in the outfield here as well, Jackson. I mean, this game goes from 5-0 after the top of the first inning to then 10-5. Miller going to watch that off-speed sail just short for ball number 2. Well, obviously, if Miller gets on, they'll give a courtesy runner. She has a home run tonight as well, Jackson, with a 2 RBI with a run scored as well. Pitch on the way here, and that one will be a strike. Miller looking to see where the zone was. Take strike number 1. That sun really starting to beat down on you, so it's kind of hard to see. So if it's a play in the outfield, Jackson will try our best, but it will be hard to see. 2-1 count, 2 outs on the board. Pitch on the way here for Miller, and she'll take this one a short chopper to short. Throw going to go to first, and it will sail long, and she'll reach on the error. Miller going to reach on the error there, and just a bad look, and they're going to call that one a RBI there for Miller as she brings her in. Miller going to go to first and then to second on the error. Larson going to come in to score, and it's 10-5 Wheelers. Have a courtesy runner coming in here. Jackson's got the names for you. It will be number 22, Jackson.
That would be Skyla Rasmussen, the 8th grader.
Maya King will come in to run
okay,
for...
so it's a different one. Oh, okay. I seen the first one. I thought it was Skyla, but Skyla must be wearing 5. Then it's Maya King, the junior.
So Maya King coming in to run. Maya King coming in to run here in the 5th inning. And reaching on the air, now you put King at second. Briley Peterson steps up, has a single, and has scored. She has 3 home runs on the season, Jackson's got the pop. I've seen her hit one. Pitch on the way here for Peterson, just inside. King takes a jump towards third. And if you put one through the infield, Jackson, this game gets to 6. And, I mean, you get dangerous run rule territory because 8 after 4 is the run rule. I mean, this is a dangerous offense for the Wheelers so far.
Yeah, and it definitely wouldn't be a good look for the Panthers. I mean, they would just, even with the rankings coming out, I mean, if you get run ruled by an Audubon team that is really good, that definitely does not help you towards kind of the back half of the season.
2 outs on the board. A 2-1 count on the off speed there after the strike. 10-5 once again in favor of Exira-Elkhorn Audubon. Just a 2-1 count for Peterson. She digs in the cleats at home plate, sets up here, pitch on the way, a high fly ball. That one, probably, Jackson, might have been a home run if it's fair.
Yeah, and that one, she kind of was a little early to it, so I think that's the reason it kind of went foul. I think if she waits like maybe half a second there, that one's straightened out and it's probably over the fence.
I mean, that was a bomb over this left side and ends up foul, but nonetheless here, now a 2-2 count, got to keep yourself in play. 2-2 pitch for Peterson, and just outside makes it now 3-2. If you walk her on, you'll have Stannerson and Wanzer due up as the next two. Again, that sun's starting to get close to the scoreboard, Jackson. Hopefully it speeds up if anyone up there is listening to me. 2-2 pitch for Peterson. She takes this one for a ride into left center field, and it will get down. King going to turn the corner to come in to score. Peterson going to take off for second, sliding in safe for the RBI double. And Jackson, first time seeing the Wheelers, they trail 5-0 to start this game. What a way to battle back.
Yeah, and as a team, they've just, stayed composed and been like, all right, we gave up 5 runs in the first inning. Let's bounce back and score 6 of our own in the first, and then let's just continue to pour it on and make it now a 6-run lead in the third inning.
Again, I mean, that's how you do it. Stannerson due up now. She's 1 for 2. Runner now going to move on the wild pitch. Putting Peterson now at third. Stannerson put one, through the infield or anything like that, Jackson, and this is 12-5. It's 11-5 right now. A 1-0 count for Stannerson. Pitch on the way here, and we'll miss just outside for ball number 2. And you went from, LoMa, Jackson, LoMa being kind of excited, up, energetic in their dugout. You hear it now from our left with Exira-Elkhorn Audubon.
Actually, they're pretty much like right behind us. This is pretty much like within footsteps.
Pitch on the way for Stannerson, a hard hit ball down the third base line. Throw going to come to first, and a nice stretch there from Bertelson at first for the 5-3 putout, leaving 1 on. But the Wheelers do their damage with 3 runs scored here in the bottom of the third inning. We're going to go ahead and step away. We'll have the top of the fourth coming up next for you here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.
This fall, cozy up with internet that keeps up. With Windspeed Fiber Internet from Western Iowa Networks, enjoy 1 gig speeds for just $99.99 a month. Perfect for streaming, football, fall shows, and working from home. No lag, no interruptions, just the speed you need all season long. Other speed packages available starting at just $59.99 a month. Call or text 712-775-2946 for details or visit westinet.com today. Western Iowa Networks, connecting you to what matters for 120 years.
These DMACC Carroll campus students are tomorrow's nurses. They're leaders, smart, dedicated, and they care about their community.
My experience in DMACC nursing so far, I get to make a difference in people's lives during their most vulnerable times, and I build friendships along the way.
The interaction between the faculty, staff, and professor with the students are really close. They really help us a lot every time.
Get started today.
Two more. We're back here on the CB Sports Network. Mason Neal and Jackson Kerrigan with you guys here today, as it has been a great softball game so far. Jackson 5-0 after the bottom, or going into the bottom of the first. It is now 11-5 Exira-Elkhorn Audubon, as I think it's Tom Peterson's way of slamming the door on him, is putting Riley Miller in to throw this game. And you look at that last inning, Jackson, 3 up, 3 down, all of them with K's by their name. And that's one way to do it if you're an ace. First pitch here for Kennedy Evans, and we'll find it for strike number 1. See Mr. Jeff Blankman over in center field, arms crossed, ready to watch this game. He's probably got a better view away from the sun.
He's probably not listening either.
0-1 going to miss downstairs for ball number 1. Now almost impossible to read the scoreboard, Jackson. I tell you what, if you look at the scoreboard, tell me what it says.
11-5, and I can see all the numbers. I can't see the count, though.
And a swing and a miss there. I will tell you the count every time, 1-2.
Yeah, if you try to look for the count or the outs, you cannot see them.
You're going to have to hit one of these, Jackson.
I don't even think you can do that.
And that doesn't work. I tell you, it's right above the scoreboard. Pitch on the way here for Miller just upstairs. Makes it now a 2-2 for Evans. And, you know, if Miller gets hot here, Jackson, this game could get put away.
Yeah, and I mean, they only need, what, 2 more for it to reach the rule here. So, and the way they've been swinging the bat and the way they've been pitching is that's going to go foul. It could very well get to that point.
So now a 2-2 as that one sails foul, and a hard hit ball. Got some of the Audubon Wheeler boys coming in behind us here after their game with Logan Magnolia. Pitch on the way. This one fouled right above our heads. Will remain now a 2-2 once again. If it would have came to us, Jackson, I don't think you are catching it, and I don't think I'm catching it.
You just underestimate my powers.
Maybe Jeff Blankman will catch a homer in center field.
Maybe he catches the walk-off home run.
And that off speed going to be ducked under. Makes it now 3-2 as Miller misses just up high. Evans doing a nice job keeping herself alive. Reached on a walk last time. Looking to maybe have 2 walks on this game. Riley going to step back in now. Pitch on the way here. And a swing and a miss for strike number 3. 4 straight strikeouts for Riley Miller, dating back to that last inning. Jackson, that's now her 5th of the night. She has been dominant in the circle.
Yeah, and, you know, just had that first inning, just kind of figure it out, trying to pick them apart, and now I think she's got their numbers. She's just been finding and spraying the ball all over the zone and been able to get swings and misses.
A 1-0 count now. On the ball, number 1. Could be Grayson Stone, the first one up, as Stone gonna half swing at that one as it finds the zone. And the bad thing, Jackson, I gotta be very, very accurate today because I cannot double check myself when it comes to balls and strikes on the board.
Not at the moment, no.
1-1 count, I believe, and it will now be 2-1 as Stone just has that almost clipper. I know Miller's got a couple of hit-by pitches on the season, and I don't know if I want to be in the way of a ball coming at me from Riley Miller.
Probably not. It might hurt just a little.
I've had some from girls that, you know, don't pitch, and that still hurts, Jackson.
Well, some people underestimate how fast people can throw a softball compared to a baseball.
Would you rather get hit by Aroldis Chapman? And that one fouled off, and say goodbye to that ball as it hits the cornfield.
Wait, so get hit by a softball player or Aroldis Chapman?
Would you rather get hit by a softball from a good softball pitcher or Aroldis Chapman with a baseball?
I feel like softball because they're closer to you, which means it's not going to have as much time to, you know, pick up speed.
Or it's not going to have much time to close off the speed.
That, too.
2-2 pitch. Miller going to get this one fouled off once again.
Is there an option where I can pick neither?
No. In our hypothetical world, Jackson, I am the one that makes the decisions. So, no. But
darn.
Back here on the CB Sports Network as that one finds it. Miller, red hot. 5 straight strikeouts, Jackson. She has come alive here in these last 2 innings as a pitcher, and she's real making a contention for our player of the game, Jackson. A home run, 2 RBIs, a run scored, has now reached on the error as well with an RBI, and has 5 strikeouts straight and a 6th earlier in the game as she goes right back into the zone for strike number 1. And I tell you what, Jackson, this player of the game discussion may never end. I mean, you've got 4 or 5 girls that could be in the conversation.
Yeah, and I think at least my pick so far, it's between either her or Larson. I mean, Peterson's been playing really good, but I think Larson, you know, she's what, 3 for 3?
3 for 3, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Kind of a really dominant game for her as well.
And I think that's kind of tough to beat. And then Miller, obviously, you know, on both sides, hitting and pitching, has just continued to dominate as well.
And Miller to miss that one just upstairs, released it just a tad bit late. Now a 1-2 count. Again, you see how many people are here, Jackson? This is what high school sports should be. I mean, you get a lot of people here for a game like this. It makes the game more fun. 1-2 pitch for Miller, going to be taken right back at Peterson at short. She turns and throws to first for the put out. 6-3 put out ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down in back-to-back innings for Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton on it as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning.
For over 50 years, Pringer Slumberland has been your trusted destination for all things furniture and flooring. Hi, it's Matt Pringer, third generation in our family-owned business. We understand the importance of creating spaces where memories are made and cherished. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, personalized service, and unbeatable value has made us a staple in the community. Pringer Slumberland is more than just a furniture store. We're part of your community, and when you shop with us, you're not just furnishing your home, you're investing in the livelihood of your neighbors. Pringer Slumberland, Highway 30 West in Carroll.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Back on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel, Jackson, the Wheelers have a chance to end it, and LoMa, got to keep themselves alive to make the comeback here nonetheless. But if the Wheelers add 2, this one ends, and if LoMa can get some outs, we're heading to a 5th inning.
Yeah, and I feel like this is where it starts here, is this bottom of the order for the Wheelers. They've been having a decent game so far, but I think this is where they're going to have to pick it up.
Actually, I'm gonna correct myself. It's 8 after 5, so they need 4 in this inning to end it.
Well, even then, this is the bottom of the order where they've been, getting those base hits, but I think they're going to need to pick it up even more and, try to get a run or 2 out of this bottom half and then get to the top of the half of this lineup that has been just dominant so far.
And now the sun's starting to get below the scoreboard. I can kind of see a little bit. I am still kind of blinded, but nonetheless, the Wheelers 4 ends at Jackson.
I can see the balls and the strikes. I cannot see the outs.
I can see all 3 now. Tell you what, you get that kind of summer feel. It is kind of cool, though. I almost could have wore a sweatshirt.
A jacket.
I've got my raincoat in the car.
That could help a little bit.
But I almost want a hoodie and some pants. Or a bonfire.
It's not that cold.
It's getting close. Hey, the fun part about this, though, I get to go home and type some recap stories. We've got 4 softball, 2 baseball. And then we got to figure out Athlete of the Week. And
a partridge in a pear tree. That sums up your guys' night pretty much, doesn't it?
I'm hoping it's an early night, because tomorrow, the best part about this, we're going to start posting Rewind kids. We've got some kids picking up their Rewind shirts for track and golf and soccer. First pitch on the way here for Wands. They're going to take it for a ride into the cornfield, and actually will land just short. So pretty easy for some of those people over there that want to grab that ball and return it to the Audubon Wheelers. 0-1 count here. Can see the scoreboard fully now, Jackson. Wands are going to take this one foul over the right field side as well, and doesn't end up in the cornfield there too. So 2 easy balls for them to find. So now in a 0-2 count. Again, 15 would do it. And Wands are going to foul this one straight back. Makes it now 0-2 with no outs. First batter, of course. And Jackson, I tell you what, with that sun setting now, this is great.
Yeah.
And Wands are going to take this one for a ride, narrow center field, and we'll get down for the single. A lead-off single for Abby Wanzer, going right over second base's head. She's reached on error, now a single, 2 RBIs and a run scored so far in this game.
Yeah, and she's just had a really impressive game, as now they're going to get kind of this bottom half that has been kind of good for them so far.
Casey Miners wanted me to let Jackson Kerrigan know North Carolina is going to sweep Oklahoma in the College World Series. I know how you feel about that. I think Casey Miners is listening to us right now, and that's why he texted me. But I think that was...
Mason, is it bad if Oklahoma wins, I buy Casey Miners an Oklahoma Sooners national championship shirt and tell him to wear it?
He won't wear it.
I'll find a way.
He will not wear it.
I know.
I'm almost guaranteeing Casey will not put that on. And you know why. As a Texas fan, I don't think you put Oklahoma gear on.
Oh, well.
It's like me wearing, what? Would you say it's like me wearing Iowa State or Nebraska?
Nebraska.
Nebraska?
I mean, Iowa State's your rival, but who do you personally not enjoy more, Iowa State or Nebraska?
I enjoy both.
But like if you had to pick one.
I wasn't alive for either of them being very elite, as Rasmussen fouls that one straight back. But I dislike Nebraska more just because of Jeff Blankman. It's not even a dislike. I just mess with him. But no, I like both of them.
Somebody should text Jeff and tell him to listen to our rant here just for a couple seconds. I'm sure he would be very disappointed.
What, that I don't like Nebraska?
Yeah, that we're talking bad about Nebraska.
He would hate me if I talk bad about Nebraska. Drove through Lincoln a little while ago, Jackson, on my way to Colorado. Pretty beautiful town, actually. I was on the outskirts.
Yeah.
Tell you what, once you get past Lincoln, there ain't very much, but
no.
Now a 1-1 for Rasmussen at a foul ball and one that missed. She's going to show the bunt, goes down the first base line, and she's going to get tagged out, but the runner going to advance now to second. And, you know, if that ball is just a couple of inches shorter, she probably gets there, Jackson.
Well, and Wanzer potentially gets to third because the third baseman kind of moved over, so she could have just rounded 2 and ended up on 3 and in scoring position with only 1 out. But, I mean, still in scoring position, but it would have been even closer now as there's only 2 more batters before this top of the Wheelers order, and we could be knocking on the door of the run rule here potentially if this keeps going.
Pitch on the way for Rasmussen, going to go downstairs, and she'll swing for strike number 1. So an 0-1 count now, Jackson. 1 out on the board, a runner at second, and Abby Wanzer. The Wheelers have not scored, or not failed to score in any inning so far. Looking to keep that streak alive for them. Pitch on the way here for Rasmussen, and off speed just outside. Makes it now a 1-1 count for Rasmussen. She'll step back in here. This is Skylar Rasmussen. Her sister Zoe hitting first, and she'll take this one for a fly ball at second, and will get in the glove of Kiger for out number 2. Brings up now Jordan Mulford. Jackson has reached on errors, scored once, has a 2 RBI single in the first as well. So she's had a really solid game on the bats here, and if you can get past Mulford, you may have a really good chance here with Peterson, Larson, and Miller due up next. Pitch on the way here for Mulford. Just going to go outside for ball number 1. Nope, they'll give it a strike. 0-1 count. She's had strikes on her each time, Jackson, so she still had a good look at it. 0-1 count, pitch on the way. And that one upstairs, going to keep the bat back enough. Wanzer going to get back at second.
She's kind of toying with the pitcher there. She was like slowly walking back to the base.
1-1 count for Mulford. Pitch on the way here, and she'll give this one a ride foul for strike number 2. Jackson, you get the pleasure of not having to type these tonight. I get the pleasure of typing them, and it's always fun because, you know, even if we're not at games, I still get a chance to figure out how everyone's doing. I know Carol, Ikea, Manning are 2 that are playing. I can't remember the third team. And Mulford going to foul this one off down the first base line. I'll pull up our document here and see who the other team playing is.
No, I get the pleasure of going home and watching the World Cup, actually. I should hopefully be home in time.
Tomorrow's USA.
Yeah, right now it's Mexico and South Korea 0-0.
Oh, Glidden Ralston's the other team. They're hosting OABCIG tonight.
Yeah.
ICAM Manning trainer, Maple Valley, Anthony Charter Oak Ute at Carroll. And now obviously this game as well. Pitch on the way from Mulford. Gets it down the first base line. An error by Coach Obermeyer over at first. Goes right through his hands. Maybe I'll have to ask him about that one in the post game as well.
Yeah. Speaking of World Cup, Mason, will you be watching the USA versus Australia at 2 o'clock tomorrow?
Absolutely not, because I'll be working.
Right.
I will be working, so.
Right.
Mulford going to go down swinging on that one to end the inning here. The Wheelers have the 1 hit and leave 1 on as we head to the top of the 5th inning here. Still 11-5 on Audubon Wheelers.
Oh, hell no, not again! Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and...
We are back here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. Miller's first pitch can be taken for a ride at third, and we'll get through. A nice hard hit ball by Campbell Chase to lead things off. Lead off single over to first, Jackson. A nice hard hit ball to get things going.
Yeah, and that's kind of what LoMa's been looking for, is they've went 3 straight innings pretty much without a hit, or 2 straight innings without anybody on base, and 3 straight without a hit. So definitely something that they needed here to hopefully try to crawl back into this one.
Yet again, another courtesy runner over at first. Again, Jackson has my sheet, so I will steal that from him here. It will be Chandler Klutz running over at first. She'll run for the pitcher as a courtesy runner. First pitch here for Miller. And will be just downstairs for Bertelson. And a ball number 1. Jackson Bertelson 2 for 2 with a double, a run scored, and an RBI.
Be a great time to have another one.
And that one just upstairs, gonna miss it once again. Now 2-0 count. And if LoMa, you know, the 3 losses that Audubon has had, Jackson, all of them have come on a 7th inning rally. So if you're the Wheelers, you do concern yourself with that a little bit, as that one just missing it as well for the 3-0. And you know, you got to close out this game. LoMa was a 7th inning rally, Riverside was a 7th inning rally, and now Missouri Valley a 7th inning rally as well. As Miller going to have this one hit right back up center gap, and will be a single. So back-to-back singles to kick things off. And so now, Jackson, do you worry a little bit about that if you are the Wheelers? I mean, you've given up 3 7th inning rallies.
Yeah, I feel like you do, but at the same time, you don't like let it get too much to your head. You know, you just keep playing ball the way you have, and you just keep in that mentality. You know, we're just going to keep going here and not worry about it too much.
Miller has that one go right down the middle of the zone for strike number 1. It was a 3-0 the last time when Bertelson took it back up the center. Now Whitney Hawkins due up as she's grounded out, and also reached on an error, scored 1 time as well in that first inning. That one just upstairs for Hawkins. A 1-1 count. Kind of a beautiful scene behind here, Jackson. If you want to take a picture of it for me for our recaps, take it kind of a long way. Let me see it. Let me see if I can get it right there. All right. I was going to see if I could do that, as it's a 1-2 now for Whitney Hawkins. Jackson doing kind of the great thing here is I needed recap pictures. And a high fly ball. Miller going to go up and get it for the out. It was a ball right back up to Miller in the air, and it will be out number 1. And I tell you what, Jackson, we need those for our recaps. Actually, we don't, because Jeff Storion's here today. So I just made you do that for no reason.
Wow, I thought I had a purpose here for a second.
Absolutely not. First pitch here going downstairs there for Guritz. Going to miss it just a little bit low.
Dang, it's just like being with Jeff, no purpose.
I don't know if that's a diss on Jeff or a diss on you.
Him dissing on me.
All right then. Pitch on the way for Miller just upstairs now. Makes it ball number 2. 2-0 count now. And if you can get another out here, Jackson, with the 2 runners on, you're probably a little bit safer than you are if you put this one on. And a hard hit ball going to go into right field. It'll put a runner down, goes through the legs of Mulford. So the runner will come in to score. Throw to home, not going to be there in time. So Guritz will not be credited with the RBI as she reaches to second on a single. And that will move the runner now to second and third. So an error will move the runners. It was a single and a swing and a miss there for Hack. Going to make it strike number 1. It's now 11-6 in favor of the Wheelers, Jackson. And with just 1 out, you got to make the smart play here. You know, look over at second, maybe turn as a swing and a miss there. We'll make it strike number 2. But, you know, if the ball's on the ground, look over at third and second, make sure they're not going, then turn to first and make the play, because if you're Bradley Peterson at first, you got to be ready to go to throw this one home if they start going. Miller with the 0-2. First and gets it. 3 pitches, Jackson, and 3 strikes. She gets the strikeout here for the Audubon Wheelers. Brings up now Addison Leslie, who has struck out and been walked. And with 2 outs here, Jackson, you're safer now with the 2 outs than you were with the 1. So, you know, Miller can be really aggressive throwing to try and get the strikeout. First pitch here, and a hard hit ball into left field. Wands are going to have to go to it, and it will end up foul. It'll end up foul there as it sails to the left side for strike number 1, and you could see kind of the disappointment there in Macy Bertelson. She thought it was going to score 2 and bring this thing to 11-8, kind of turned and was like, I thought it was fair. Wands are playing a little bit towards kind of the scoreboard, wasn't able to get there in foul territory as that one's fouled straight back. And if I'm Miller, you saw that one go, but Jackson, I throw a heater right at this one. You try and get the strikeout and send a message.
Yeah, and I think that's what she tried to do here, and I wouldn't be surprised if she goes just right back to it, especially up and in to just kind of try and jam her.
If you go fastball here, you got to make sure it's not a hard hit. Pitch on the way here, going to go outside for ball number 1, and you're okay with that, Jackson, being up 0-2. An 0-2 count, now 1-2 after that ball. For Leslie, pitch on the way from Miller, goes fastball just outside for ball number 2. And now you really got to hunker down, Jackson, and put this in the zone.
Yeah, and you know, you get those first 2 strikes, but now you're giving up 2 balls, so you definitely don't want to bring this 3-2, because then that kind of gives the batter the advantage after 2 strikes, but then 3 straight balls.
2-2 pitch, Miller going to put it in the zone. It's a high fly ball into shallow center. It'll be Peterson going to get it, and Taryn calls off the dogs and is able to get the fly out to end the inning. You left 2 stranded. You give up a couple of hits here, 3 hits and 1 run scored as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
Mm-mm.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
We're back here on the CB Sports Network. Jackson, they need 3 to close off this game. Taryn Peterson, Anna Larson, Riley Miller, the first 3 due up. About the best 3 you can get to win this game. Taryn's first pitch here, going to be just upstairs, popping out of the glove for ball number 1. And you reminded me something here, Jackson. We forgot to put in our recap last night. Anna Hart broke the record for home runs for Coon Rapids Baird last night with her home run. We were talking about, you know, the possibilities of maybe one here in this game, but we were just kind of joking around, you know, is this pitch going to sail inside for ball number 2? And you're seeing Chase, you know, going to a lot of those off speeds. It, you know, it's a little bit slower. You don't have to throw the arm out as much. And especially when she's been pitching a whole ton, Jackson, it's easy to, you know, go away from those fastballs. And she'll go right back at the fastball this time for strike number 1.
Yeah, and like you mentioned earlier with Anna, me and Nick were down there the day after she hit the 3, and they were all excited that that was going to be the game to hit it, and she didn't end up hitting it, but she did end up having the walk-off hit there. But now able to get the, I think it was 19 home runs in the career, and the player that had it was able to give her the ball, so definitely a good moment down there last night.
So a 3-1 count nonetheless now. Pitch on the way for Peterson, going to foul it off. Brings the count now to full at 3-2. And, you know, obviously you're looking ahead in this game, Jackson, when it's like, you know, maybe you can win this one in this inning. The biggest thing, win the game in total. So even if it doesn't come in this inning, win the game in total.
Oh, yeah. If you can't get it here, you know, just keep looking for it and be like, all right, we just need to win the game.
Peterson going to step out, calling time, gets ready And we'll walk back in now. We'll have an interview with Tom Peterson and one of the girls after the conclusion of this game. Always fun to talk to Tom on the full count. Now Peterson going to take this one just over the third base head and will be dropped by the shortstop. She's going to turn to 2 and will get there and is safe. And I'm gonna call her on that one, Jackson, for a double, as that's a hard play to make.
I think it was an error, though, because it came off the glove.
I mean, I could go either way. I'm going to write them down for an error because it's going to be easier to fix if it's that.
Yeah, because it kind of hit her on the glove. She could have made the play. I mean, yeah, I get where you're coming from. It's a tough play, but she did technically get on the ball there, so I would probably say it's an error.
Anna Larson now stepping up. She's 3 for 3 on the night, and will foul one up over our heads. 3 for 3, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored with a double as well, Jackson. She's in the hunt for our player of the game. 0-1 count. Riley Miller on deck. Taryn Peterson at second here. Pitch on the way for Larson. Just going to go outside for ball number 1. A 1-1 count now for Larson. She's really come on strong. We said if you're the Wheelers, you need somebody else to hit tonight, and she has been the one to hit tonight. 1-1 count. 11-6 Wheelers. Pitch on the way for her. And that one just outside for Larson again. And you're seeing that one. She's trying to work that outside corner, just not able to find the location.
Yeah, and the catcher not able to get the frame there, as it's back-to-back frames that Stone's just tried to get there, and she just hasn't been able to get it.
2-1. Larson going to take this one, a hard hit ball at second, comes off the glove. She will reach. Taryn Peterson going to come around to score. Larson going to take off for second. Throw there, not in time, and she'll make it.
Yeah, smart base running there by Peterson and Coach Tom Peterson there. As soon as he's seen that it got past and it was an error, he's like, go home, and she was able to stand up in there, and then ultimately going over to second base was Larson, and that's going to give it a 12-6 lead.
12-6 now. Runner at second, Anna Larson. Miller going to have that one sail just short. One-0 count. Here for Miller now. A hard hit ball. This one into left field, and it will one-hop the fence. Larson going to go, and Miller going to turn for 2. She'll get all the way there on the RBI double. And a huge hit there, Jackson. She's had an RBI at every at-bat and now has the RBI double, bringing in Anna Larson to score, and the Wheelers now lead at 13-6 here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, and Maya King going to go out there and courtesy run for her there. Yeah, just a solid one. Just like her home run was kind of upstairs, but she's able to get up there and get it. And that one had the distance, I think, but it just didn't have enough air under it to get out, and it ultimately just dropped short there for the double. And now I think it's 1 run away, Mason. Correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, from the rule, as they'll have a meeting.
And now we're going to have the pitcher and catcher go back to their spots here. Riley Peterson due up. No outs on the board. And it's 13-6 in favor of the Wheelers. Maya King at second. Riley Peterson now standing at home. Pitch on the way for Peterson, and this one a hard hit ball fouled straight behind us. And I was trying to warn you of the announcer jinx there. Now this game's going to go 18 innings.
Nah, we'll be fine.
Jeff told me all the time, don't say swing if you want it to happen, because it will not happen. So we'll see now if Jackson jinxed us with no outs. Peterson a hard hit ball down the left field side, and that one going to end up foul once again as well. And Peterson's had 2 that have been really hard hit balls, Jackson, that, could have been close, but one of them ends up foul way far over the fence, and the other one foul in the field of play here. All she needs is just a hard hit ball in play to probably score King, if you can get it through the infield. And a pitch on the way going to go downstairs for ball number 1. 1-2 count. Maya King, again, the runner at second. And our player of the game, Jackson, this is going to be a tough one. I tell you what, I've got a player in mind. I know you've got a player in mind. We've got probably 4 or 5 that could be possibilities. That one missing downstairs for Peterson. Now a 2-2 count. The Wheelers, again, like Jackson said, could win the game here if they can put King all the way through. And 2-2 count. Pitch on the way. Peterson going to swing and miss for strikeout and out number 1 here for the Wheelers. Brings up now Lucy Stannerson and Abby Wanzer for the Wheelers. Next two due up. Fresh count, one out. Standerson stepping in with King at second. Pitch on the way for Standerson upstairs, and will miss for ball number one. And Jackson, I tell you what, it is getting really chilly out here.
I don't know about you, I'm fine.
You must like cold weather.
No.
I'm not a fan of it.
But this is not cold.
Well, it's not cold, but it's chilly. I mean, it's colder than what I would expect. 1-0 count. That one just inside now, 2-0.
They need to let you out of the office more.
I'm out of the office almost every night.
Pretty much, yeah. Maybe they should make you not sit in press boxes every night.
Hey, I'm not in press box every night. I won't be in a press box tomorrow night. How about Sac City? Is Standerson going to follow that one straight back? They have a press box there, but I think going to be some pretty good media coverage there, so we will sit outside, and you know, I'm not mad about it. I love sitting outside, bringing my table, getting set up, and Jackson gets the pleasure of tearing stuff down on me tonight.
Yeah, it won't take that long.
I'm hoping. 2-1 count for the Wheelers. They lead 13-6. Pitch on the way here for Standerson upstairs. Going to miss it for ball number 3. Now if it's 3-1 Jackson, if it's close, you swing. If it's not close, just kind of let it go by and take your walk. She'll step back in now, waiting for the pitch is Chase. Her pitch going to come home on the 3-1, and we'll find it on the low corner for strike number 2. You fill out the count with a chance to end the game. 3-2 count for Standerson. One out on the board. 13-6 Wheelers. Pitch on the way. She'll take this one down third base. It's going to get through. Runner going to go score, and King going to turn it. And that'll do it for the Wheelers. Nonetheless, Standerson going to get out at second. She'll get the out there, but King comes around to score. Jackson, that'll do it. The Wheelers picking up the win in 5 innings. 14-6 in 5 innings. Jackson, we're going to go ahead and step away. We'll have our post game coming up next.
This fall, cozy up with internet that keeps up. With WindSpeed Fiber Internet from Western Iowa Networks, enjoy 1 gig speeds for just $99.99 a month. Perfect for streaming, football, fall shows, and working from home. No lag, no interruptions, just the speed you need all season long. Other speed packages available starting at just $59.99 a month. Call or text 712-775-2946 for details, or visit westinet.com today. Western Iowa Networks, connecting you to what matters for 120 years.
These DMAC Carroll campus students are tomorrow's nurses. They're leaders, smart, dedicated, and they care about their community.
My experience in DMAC nursing so far, I get to make difference in people's lives during their most vulnerable times, and I build friendships along the way.
The interaction between the faculty, staff, and professor with the students are really close. They really help us a lot every time.
Get started today.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. MackeyMotors.com.
We are back here on the CB Sports Network here with our Mackey Motors postgame, brought to you by Mackey Motors of Lake City. Jackson, we discovered our player of the game pretty easily here. I told you there's no way, besides this one girl, that we're going to have a different player of the game, and we're going to announce it here. Riley Miller, 2 for 3, 2-run homer, 1 run scored, 5 RBIs, pitched 4 innings, given up 4 hits, striking out 6, and just 1 run allowed as the Wheelers pick up a 14-6 win here in 5 innings. And that was a dominant. I think we're going to have Riley Miller coming over here as well. Jackson, I'm going to make you get up and let her sit down after the performance she just had. We'll have Tom and Riley and maybe some other girls come over here as well. As what a dominant performance from the Wheelers, picking up a win over number 6 in 2A.
Yeah, and I feel like they bounced back after that first inning. You know, the first inning was kind of a, oh, well, what's this game going to be like? And as now, we'll have Riley come over here.
We'll get Riley Miller on the headset over here. And, you know, after a game like that, we'll let Riley take a seat here and chat with us. I've got to ask you first, Riley. You're a junior in high school, and we're halfway through the season. I'm trying to fathom this. 700 different batters you've now struck out in your career. I mean, to you, what does that mean that you've now struck out 700 different girls in your career?
I mean, it's definitely just a big accomplishment. Like, I didn't even know that I hit it. I didn't even know I was close to it. But it's just really nice having a team that supports me through all of it, and like, it's just awesome to have a team that backs me up.
And for you as well, I mean, dominant pitcher, but you go out there tonight in that first inning and hit a 2-run homer over the left field wall. And your first home run of the year there, talk to me through that one. When you hit it and you see it flying to the left field wall and you watch it go over, what were the emotions like for you?
Well, I didn't know if it was foul or not, so I was a little nervous, but he called it fair, and it was just like really feeling like we're back in the game, like we're down by what, 2 at that point. I'm like, we're gonna get this back, like we're gonna get back in it.
And for you girls, obviously this was a big game. I mean, to have a chance at number 2 or even number 1 in the conference with this one, they're a 2A school that's ranked in the top 6. You guys now ranked in the top 3 here. For this program especially, you know, what does it mean to get a win like this at home?
I mean, you know, our last 2 ranked teams, we've lost 2, so it really just feels good to be able to come in and just, you know, hit the ball as well as we did. Like, it feels good to come in and just hit like, she's a good pitcher, and just be able to come in and just smack the ball and, like, come in and get a good win after some upsetting losses.
And for you and the girls, obviously you got a tournament coming up this weekend here, and, you know, you get a lot of games throughout the week here. So, you know, kind of having this early game, getting a little bit of rest as well, how big is that for the girls and you as well?
I mean, we still got to come in. We got to compete tomorrow. We play trainer. Even with the score that we had against them last time, we still got to go in with a positive mindset and, like, come in when, like we hit today. Like, go in and hit the crap out of the ball. Whatever happens, happens, and just keep playing the way that we are.
Hey, I tell you what, congratulations on 700, and thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you.
That was Riley Miller joining us after what was a phenomenal performance. She was our Culver's player of the game. I know we'll get Tom Peterson out here in just a minute to talk to us about this game as well. And it's always a pleasure talking to Mr. Tom Peterson. Again, the Wheelers picking up a 14-6 win here in 5 innings at home over Class 2A, number 6. Logan Magnolia here again, our player of the game. Riley Miller 2 for 3 with that 2-run home run, 5 RBI, 1 run scored. We'll get Tom Peterson on the mic here as well after what was a very big win for the Exira-EHK-Audubon Wheelers here. And Coach getting his mic on here. And we did talk to Riley about this. You know, Coach, you came over and talked to us and said she's 1 away from 700. She goes out there and gets it. And for you as a coach, you know, to watch these milestones, to see how the girls react and all the joy and the happiness in the girls' faces there, you know, what does that mean for these girls and for you as a coach as well?
Well, you know, it's, as coaches, that's what you want to try to make sure that you teach and preach to your kids, is to put you got to put everybody else in front of yourself, and usually good things come back to you, Mason. And, you know, so it's something that she's worked at for a long, long time. My goodness, you know, she started as an 8th grader. You know, you go all the way back to then, and, you know, regional final as an 8th grader, state runner-up as a freshman, sophomore year last year, you know, regional final. You know, she's been in those situations, and, you know, it just says a lot about her. But, you know, the gal showed a lot of grit tonight. You know, after that first inning debacle with the errors that we had, for us to come back with 6 in the bottom of the first kind of showed a lot about us tonight.
And I was going to say that. I mean, this is no pushover a team. Logan Magnolia ranked number 6 in 2A. And for your girls to go out there, watch 5 go on the board, and come out and say, you know what, we're going to battle back and we're going to take the lead now. I mean, how huge is that for this program?
Well, it's the one thing I just want to, you know, and we talked about it, and I said we have to score to win anyway. You know, we didn't play our best softball, obviously, in the first inning, you know, and things like that happen. And that's what I said to them. You know, regardless of who's out pitching, you've got to be ready to go. You know, we shot ourselves in the foot against Riverside with 5 or 6 errors that were costly. We did that in the first inning tonight. Those are things that we've got to clean up. But the girls, like I said, talk about showing a lot of character, you know, coming back to score 6 in the bottom of the first, and then continuously putting the pressure on is what we wanted to do.
And I kind of said it here, you know, you guys have a style that you've set, aggressive base running, aggressive batting. I mean, is that something that you guys are trying to carry into every game, regardless of opponent, where it's at, you know, all of that different stuff?
Yeah, you know, I'm going to try to do what I can. It takes a lot, and, you know, they brought in a different catcher, and obviously you can tell that I believe that she plays club ball as a catcher, but she plays shortstop, for them usually. We wanted to take advantage. I thought of the catcher that was there, but at the same time, in order to do that, you have to have girls on base. We hit the ball. I don't know how many hits we ended up with tonight, but the other night against Riverside, I think we had 12 or 13. I know we had all of that again tonight. So, we just got to keep plugging away. Another game tomorrow night. It's at Trainer, so it's one of the things I said to them is, don't take the foot off the gas.
And how important is that? I mean, you have a tournament on Saturday, you have a game tomorrow, not a whole ton of time to turn around and really think about these games here. So, how big is it to, just take what you've learned from today, take what you've learned from the rest of the week as well, and just push forward on Friday and Saturday?
Yeah, we got to have Taryn go out tomorrow night, and she's got to be able to throw strikes, and we got to be able to make sure that we field any, routine grounders, routine pop flies. I'm not going to change anything that we're doing as far as hitting the ball right now, because I like what we're doing, 1 through 9. The other night against Riverside, we had different girls step up. Tonight, we had different girls step up, and it just comes with a lot of reps. And like I said, I like what we're doing right now. But defensively wise, we got to clean some things up.
Well, Tom, I know I'll text you later to get full stats for this one. It was a fun game to recap here, but thank you for joining us. Congratulations on the big win.
Yeah, and thank you for coming out.
That was head coach Tom Peterson joining us after this huge win against Class 2A, number 6. Logan Magnolia. I'm Mason Nealon. It has been fun here today. Jackson, a pleasure joining you here today as well. I'll get a chance to type this one up. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on the